boss says no to peen, but yes to butt, and praise Palpatine. Bedlam Bob also
And we're back.
frowns on Formicidae and has a powerful proboscis.
Doing the knowledge again.
Two ceaseless steps.
Listening to podcasts.
It's time for Mark's Secret Words. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Every vocal warm-up.
Katie's. That's not the only warm-up. Oh.
Hey, lolly, lolly, lolly. Bad dog. Bad dog.
I'm sorry, what? No, I don't remember Bad Dog.
You don't remember Bad Dog? Good girl. Good girl.
No! What's the Bad Dog thing?
That was at the very beginning. You push with your diaphragm and you're like, Bad dog.
I don't remember doing that. I think you did that in your fever dreams, Mark.
Medium rare.
A large Mountain Dew. Large Mountain Dew.
Bassa blast. Bassa blast. Hi, welcome to Distract. I'm your host, King of the Cold Opens, Markiplier. Here to guide you through another experience of wit and wonder. That is Distractable, your favorite podcast by force. I'm joined today by the competitors. We have Robert Meiskens.
Hi. Wow. Hi. Hello.
And a George Wade Barnes.
Hey. Why does he get a middle name?
What's your middle name? I can't remember.
Martin. Look, I have a light now, too, so you can see me.
There you are. Yeah, wow. Anyway, they're going to be competing today in a competition where I'm going to assign them points, and then one of them is going to win the episode, and what usually happens is they will host the next episode. That's the way Distractable typically works, but it also typically works by starting off with checking in on how our competitors are doing and what their lives are like. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I discovered a new thing. I was telling Wade about this before we were recording, but I felt like I should loop you in, Mark. Cane's. We've talked about Cane's on the much loved fast food tier list episode. We talked about Cane's chicken finger place. They have a hot sauce. I didn't know they did this. And today, for no reason, because I accidentally got the hot sauce instead of ketchup with my order, I mixed it into the cane sauce. So I made like spicy cane sauce. Game changer. Gotta try it. Can't recommend it highly enough. It's Louisiana style hot sauce. It's surprisingly good. Gotta try it. Can't let it go. Been thinking about it since I had lunch like an hour and a half ago. Which is not that long, but I think I'll continue to think about it and for a much more impressive amount of time after this.
And now I'm hungry. That's really good. Thanks for that, Bob.
You're welcome. I could talk about other delicious food stuff if that would help.
We'll get back to you. in a second. Wait, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm
You're looking particularly handsome today. I'll give you a handsome point.
Ouch.
It's okay, Bob. Keep trying.
Bob, you're looking typically handsome. He's looking particularly handsome. The usual appearance of him is atypical from his current state.
I feel like both of us should be offended by this.
Yeah, I took a little off me and put a little on Wade.
Fair is fair. How are you, handsome?
I was better about 32 seconds ago, but otherwise I'm pretty good.
Editors confirmed that it was 32 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm. I was doing some traveling. Had a friend stay with us. Been playing Diablo Season 5, Diablo 4, and it's actually pretty fun. I'm actually really enjoying myself and want to play more a lot. I enjoyed Season 4. I'm enjoying Season 5 even more, and glad that it's finally fun. And also, I'm becoming addicted to hibachi, and I want it all day, every day right now. When Bob mentioned food, my immediate thought was steak, shrimp, filet mignon, and rice.
Yeah, with hot sauce on it, right?
Well, hold on.
With Cane's Louisiana.
You take the hibachi yum yum sauce and you mix in some Louisiana style hot sauce, and then it's even better.
I think you've talked about hibachi for the past 3 episodes straight.
Diablo and hibachi has been his only small talk for a while now.
That's all I've had, man. I've been traveling. I mean, I could tell you about family reunions and hanging out with my nieces.
Family sucks. Don't tell me about family.
Going to the pool, my dogs and my friends. I can tell you about stuff like that.
That sounds very pleasant. Why would that not make
I can tell you about how much I enjoy Deadpool Wolverine, but try not to give any spoilers. Or I can tell you about Diablo and hibachi.
Are you gonna pick any of them?
Yeah, Diablo and hibachi.
Okay, alright, cool. Well, that's great. I have a food-related nightmare.
Oh, cool.
You guys know how I hate my car.
Generally, sure.
Yeah, I hate it. It's awful. It falls apart. It's broken now. Hopefully it'll...
Is it ever not broken?
No, very rarely is it not broken. The suspension is completely out. I had to drive it to Beverly Hills the other week, and what I have is a Tesla Model X. I got it in 2017. I've had it for a very long time now, but even the moment that I bought it, it was broken, specifically the suspension. And so the suspension went out because it's got this fancy air suspension, and if the compressor doesn't work, then, you know, it doesn't have those big air bladders. It does have springs in it, I think, but the way those springs work when the air suspension is not there because the car is so heavy, it kind of just jolts your spine at every tiny bump, and it really starts to undulate uncontrollably on rough roads. If it's not the most perfectly smooth road, I think my spine is going to shoot out of my ass or out the top of my head. Not pleasant, but that's not why I hate...
Yeah, that's not a food-related nightmare at all. What's going on here?
That's like Son of Beast back in the day. You should try whatever happens, and you're about to tell us. You should do on the old Son of Beast ride.
I got a real wooden roller coaster of a car going on over here.
It is very much like that. Either Son of Beast or The Beast, either one, it's spine jarring. But what happened was, and it's my own fault, I left a bag of fast food in the car. I just forgot to throw it away or something. And usually, you know, I've done that before, and I'm sure plenty of people have done that before. It's not a huge issue. It kind of stinks. You throw it away, and it's fine. I open the car door, and I look, and I'm like, I left the food in there. And something on the dashboard's moving. I think it's a trick of my eyes or something. Blink a few times. Rub my squeak, squeak. Ooh.
The food gains sentience?
No.
Chicken, what are you doing? How do you get out of the thing?
It was a trail of small, dark specks moving across my white dashboard.
Mouse poop gained sentience?
No, it was ants.
Oh, man.
There was an army of ants inside. And what I know about this car is that's got a super fancy air filter that's supposed to be like, look, I want to get rid of this car as soon as possible, but one of the selling points of it was it had this super powered air filter that could combat forest fire smoke.
It has biohazard mode.
That's
it's
it.
a thing. Yeah, our Tesla has that too. It doesn't have recirculation like normal cars. It has biohazard mode.
I don't know how the ants got in if this thing is so sealed that tiny particulates of toxin in the air can't get through. How in the hell?
Well, ants can lift like 600 times their weight. So what they did was they took the filter out, got in, and put the filter back behind them.
I'm thinking that it's either true or the mice that were living in the frunk chewed their way through something and opened up a path into the car.
Your filter is just a hole.
You should check your authorized users on the app. Did you accidentally send a phone key invite to someone named Anthony? Yeah, that's sort of a code name they use. Just one ant carrying a huge iPhone because they can lift 600 times their weight, walks up next to your car and is all, pops open. He leaves a lot of fast food in here.
Very funny. Anyway, that's my small talk for the day.
That's not, I mean, I have had ants and I don't care for them. That's not like horrific. I thought you were going to say there was like maggots in the food or something and you had just eaten it the day before or some kind. Ants happens.
It's the idea that, like, I've never experienced ants in a car before. I thought that would be like one of the few places that is ant proof. You know, you can always escape the ants by going in your car. It's not.
Yeah, well,
the ants go everywhere, especially if you had previously had mice in there.
I didn't know you had mice in the frunk.
There is a frunk, yeah.
I mean, that car is pretty old. I didn't realize you had it since 2017. That's an old car.
Yeah, I wanted to ride it into the dirt. I just didn't expect that to come so quickly.
Hey, dirt comes at you fast.
Next upgrade from ants and mice is got to be something bigger, right? When are you going to have like a family of possums?
I mean, for all I know, they are there. I haven't checked thoroughly. I kind of saw the ants went and then jumped out.
Well, there's like 8 different trunks in those things. So have you checked the frunk, the sub-trunk, the second sub-trunk,
the sunk?
The thunk, the monk.
The sunk, the bunk, the lunk, the thunk.
I was going to say the gunk, but that's not a trunk in the car. That's the new AI assistant that lives in your Tesla. His name's Gunk.
I only turned left.
Gunk, can we navigate to a hibachi restaurant?
What is hibachi? I'll take you to McDonald's again.
I only turned left.
I don't know why he's like the bad guy from that Rocky movie. If he dies, he dies. I was reminded of a story involving cars.
You don't have a car. How could you have a story with cars in it?
Oh, it wasn't my car, thankfully. If it was my car, I might have even told this story anyway on this podcast, but I don't remember. Have I ever told you about how a friend ruined another friend's date with a car?
I don't think so.
I'm sure you have, but I don't remember it either, so get ready for the angry comments.
So back in high school days, one of my buddies decided that he was going to be brave and tell the group that he had a date the next morning. But the next day, I don't remember exactly what time the date was. So my other friend heard that and he was like, no you don't. Friend one didn't lock his car, so people could just get in, do whatever, it was fine. It just didn't lock his car. So friend two got into his car, found that there was a styrofoam cup in there, and decided to take a dump in said cup. Close up the car, leave it there, and this is the middle of summer. Car heats up, gets pretty warm.
Oh, I remember now. And he got ants because of that.
And he got ants.
Uh-huh.
The date was Anthony.
What the hell is wrong with teenage boys? Jesus Christ.
Needless to say, he got into his car and went to go pick up his date, and he was like,
Well, you didn't notice until he got there?
oh, he noticed. He noticed the moment he got in. He was like trying to figure out,
Trying to figure out what?
the source, because you get into a car, you don't immediately just assume that someone took a dump in your car.
It smells more like shit in here than usual.
Maybe I'm overestimating my nose powers. I don't think I would need to sit in a car for more than a minute to be like, oh, it smells like a shit. I better get to the bottom of where the shit is.
Apparently finding the source of it took a minute because he didn't immediately assume that his empty styrofoam cup all of a sudden had human shit in it.
Well, that's not where he usually shits in his car. Why wouldn't he assume that? What does that mean?
The crazy thing about this story is I never even found out what happened with the date, because I'm pretty sure he just either called it off or he was not going to go pick up his date in a car that smelled like human shit.
I feel like you get a do-over. I feel like I would have texted the girl or called and been like, hey, so one of my friends took an actual poop in my car, so I'm not going to subject you to that. Can we be busy like next weekend or...
Would you believe someone if that was their excuse to get out of a date was like, hey, one of my friends took a dump in my car, I've got to reschedule?
Yes, I would, but I don't know. I would absolutely believe that. And I'd be like, thank you so much for not letting me be in that car.
If you could send me a video of the poop, you have to find it first. So if you could send me proof, I would appreciate that. And then I'll agree to reschedule with you. But otherwise...
You get a grainy flip phone camera picture of the turd. Turns up later in a creepypasta vlog, it's SCP-1021.
Just a cup of shit that appears in your car to ruin your dates.
I want to preface this. This was the time when Jackass was very popular, and this particular group of friends of mine did all kinds of dumb stuff like that.
Oh, I had that friend group. We didn't shit on anything, though. Jackass was really more about physical violence than anything else.
They pooped. They did that in a toilet store, They pooped in the toilet store.
Yeah, but that was like one bit. I would say 98% of all of the rest of Jackass had to do with jumping off of something or into something or putting something painful in somewhere sensitive. Not a lot of bits involved shitting in inappropriate places.
There were lots of things done with BB guns and fireworks that shouldn't have been. One friend decided he wanted to be run over by his own car, and then while the car was coming at him, he realized he wouldn't fit under it, so he jumped and took out his own windshield. And
how fast was the car coming at him?
I don't know, because I wasn't there. I would not have endorsed that one.
He didn't test it before it started moving. Like, I can squeeze under there, I'm sure.
This was not the chess club friend group.
He knelt down next to it and was like, yeah, I'm that thin. Let's do it.
I don't even know if that much was done. It was more so like,
oh no, I forgot about my huge balls. I'll never make it under there.
Couldn't tell you. Wasn't there for it, but
it's like the most high stakes version of the cake test at the gym where you roll the barbell and see if it gets stuck on your ass. Like, cake test. Oh, too big. And he needed skin grafts over 80% of his body. But he has a big ass.
But this friend group did a lot of stuff like that. We had there was a day at the cafeteria at school where I was like, man, I need to use the restroom before class after eating. And I went into the bathroom and he was taking a dump in the urinal to a crowd of people.
What a douchebag. That's not a bet. That's just shitty.
I think this guy, I think he just likes pooping.
That's just being a jerk.
He did like pooping.
I think I know who the suspect in the poop cup was.
I know. I don't think it was a secret back then.
Wait, well, so I don't know if this compares. Did you guys have any friends growing up that were known as the kid who did, and maybe not shitting in urinals, but like did something all the time that was basically just completely unhinged? Like we had a buddy who, if you gave him $5 or $1 or whatever you had, he would take a cinnamon Altoid or any kind of mint that you could crush into powder, crush it up in a textbook, and then snort it. And that was like his thing. And I swear to God, it was like if he didn't have lunch money, he'd just go look and be like, anyone got $2? Let's see me snort some stuff.
Yes, the most common phrase was not even $2. It was, hey, I got $1. I'll give you $1 if, and whatever he said next, this group of people would be like, yeah, I'll do that. Not sure I ever heard a no.
It's crazy, man. They're so cool.
All right. Well, that's horrible.
Yeah, I hope kids are better now.
Are you the one? Did you poop in the cup?
I consider myself to be like Chucky from Rugrats.
I'll give you 2 points if you say yes.
I won't, because I wasn't. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I pooped in the cup. I poop in every cup. Any cup you find with poop in it, it was probably me. I just poop in so many cups.
Dude, I spent my entire youth being like, guys, that's probably not a good idea, and then being proved right whenever something horrible would happen.
You were the kid in the Magic School Bus with
the kid with the glasses who was always nervous about everything.
They said his name the funny, like, oh, Oscar. Oh, his name was Oscar.
Franklin.
Oh, Bill Thorpe.
Bill Thorpe.
Dompo. Dompo's not a name of a person.
Oh, Glimp.
Oh, Poopy Pants.
Oh, Bliffle.
Moving on. We have a real episode today. Very real.
How many cups am I going to have to shit in?
We'll see by the end of this. We're going to play a little game. And it's a game that you guys have played before. It's a game that you guys are good at. It's called word association.
Ooh, I'm good at these.
I'm just going to go, and I'm going to give you a word, and then we're going to go back and forth, and you guys are going to think of a word associating with it, and then you're going to go back and forth, and I'll tell you when to stop.
Are we doing like free word association? Like don't think, just keep it going.
It's more, this is more of a warm up to the realness coming up.
But is my word, like let's say you say a word, Bob says a word, am I reacting to your word still or his word?
His word is going to make you think of your word, and then you're going to go back and forth until I say stop.
And it's back and forth between me and Wade once you give us the first one, right?
Exactly, yes. Okay, all right. So Wade, you can go first if you'd like. I'm going to say a word. You associate it with whatever comes to mind in your mind for this word, and Bob listened to him, and then Wade listened to him. All right, ready?
Yes.
The words are bird, bush, hand, ground, canyon, horse.
One, no setup needed. Just open your browser and start playing D&D, Pathfinder, and
Horse.
There we go. Bird.
Frog.
Leap.
That's horrible.
Yeah, I hope kids are better now.
Are you the one? Did you poop in the cup?
I consider myself to be like Chucky from Rugrats.
I'll give you 2 points if you say yes.
I won't, because I wasn't. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I pooped in the cup. I poop in every cup. Any cup you find with poop in it is probably me. I just poop in so many cups.
Dude, I spent my entire youth being like, guys, that's probably not a good idea, and then being proved right whenever something horrible would happen.
You were the kid in the Magic School Bus with
the kid with the glasses who was always nervous about everything.
They said his name the funny, like, oh, Oscar. Oh, his name was Oscar.
Franklin.
Oh, Bill Thorpe.
Bill Thorpe.
Dompo. Dompo's not a name of a person.
Oh, Glimp.
Oh, Poopy Pants.
Oh, Bliffle.
Moving on. We have a real episode today. Very real.
How many cups am I going to have to shit in?
We'll see by the end of this. We're going to play a little game. And it's a game that you guys have played before. It's a game that you guys are good at. It's called word association.
Ooh, I'm good at these.
I'm just going to go, and I'm going to give you a word, and then we're going to go back and forth, and you guys are going to think of a word associating with it, and then you're going to go back and forth, and I'll tell you when to stop.
Are we doing like free word association? Like, don't think, just keep it going.
It's more, this is more of a warm up to the realness coming up.
But is my word, like, let's say you say a word, Bob says a word, am I reacting to your word still or his word?
His word. His word is going to make you think of your word, and then you're going to go back and forth until I say stop.
And it's back and forth between me and Wade once you give us the first one, right?
Exactly, yes. Okay, all right. So, Wade, you can go first if you'd like. I'm going to say a word. You associate it with whatever comes to mind in your mind for this word, and Bob listened to him, and then Wade listened to him. All right, ready?
Yes.
The words are bird, bush, hand, ground, canyon, horse.
Here we go. Bird.
Frog.
Leap.
Jump.
Scotch.
Whiskey.
Bourbon.
Drink.
Eat.
Smell.
Fart.
No.
Yes.
Left.
Okay.
Happy.
Woo!
Smile.
Big.
Small.
Penis.
Yes.
No.
All right, we'll call it there. You guys got 0 points. Welcome to Mark's Secret Words.
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go again.
Man, what an original sounding game. I can't wait to figure out how this one works.
It is. So here's how the game's going to work. On the screen for the audience was a list of 6 words. I've already played this with myself. I have thought of the first word, and then I went associated with myself along a list of words that reached a conclusion. I'm going to let you go for 20 words or so. I wasn't quite counting there, but I just estimated after I remembered that I needed to count. You will get a point if you hit any of the words in between my first word and then the last word that I associate with. If you get the last word that I associate with, you get 3 points. And then there will be a bonus round afterwards if you can guess my explanation of why I landed there. I've written out not only 6 words, but after the 6 words have been guessed, there's an explanation of how I got there. So even if you don't get a single word, if you can guess how I got to my word, I will give you another point.
I love this. I love this for us.
Would you like to know what my order is?
Yeah, no, I'm interested.
So my word order: bird, bush, hand, grand, canyon, horse.
I know why you said over.
Yeah.
You can ride a donkey down the Grand Canyon, and I saw a video once where a girl almost died when the horse got real close to the edge.
You were thinking about the Grand Canyon, and you were thinking, and you could go down in there, right? And you can, like, ride something. What the fuck animal is that? It's probably like a horse, right? It's a horse. It's not a horse, Mark. You ride burros into the Grand Canyon, just so you know.
What's the difference? It doesn't matter what the truth is. That's why I thought of that. That's why.
I know. I could hear it happening as you were saying the words. I got there with you.
All right, and I'm going to say it's probably because you were thinking you could ride a horse in the Grand Canyon. That's my guess.
That's a great guess. Unfortunately, Bob got there first, so I'm going to give the point to Bob. But now that you guys know how Mark's Secret Words works, you guys can understand that the objective is not just try to come up with the first word that comes to mind. It's also to try to follow where my mind would wander as I'm thinking of these words.
Uh-huh. A lot of lenses. Got it.
You don't know that word's anywhere on this list.
It definitely is.
The plural of lens still counts as lens, right?
Different words. If it counts in Scrabble as different words, then it's different words. Here's the thing, though. It's not just words. Sometimes it's concepts and, like, multi-word phrases in general. It's very rarely that, but it can be that. So I'll let you know that sometimes it's not just one word. That's why it's Mark's Secret Words, and therefore there's another way to go. Bob, you're going first this time, all right?
Okay.
Your word. And here's the words for everybody watching at home. If you're listening at home, maybe there's a text-to-speech robot that's giving you exactly what these words are.
Can I see them?
No.
Oh.
The words are hospital, nurse, worst, sausage, intestines, hospital.
Your word is hospital,
Bed.
scar,
Mufasa.
Lion.
King.
Queen.
Dairy.
Milk.
Me.
Laugh.
Factory.
Build.
A bear.
Fluffy.
Honey.
Slap.
Stick.
Dog.
Party.
Drink.
Hole.
wait, keep going. Wait, maybe.
Mouth.
Butt.
Yes.
That'll do it. All right. That was a great show. This game is going to be so good, guys. You got it.
What did we get close to, Mark? Did we get all of them?
Oh, man. Well, you got both ends of the thing that it was attached to, but you didn't get the word itself on one of them. So my order of words
Oh, no.
was hospital, nurse, worst, sausage, and there's a bonus point if you can guess why I said sausage.
Because worst.
I guess Bob got it. Okay, all right.
I understand. I just can't predict what you're going to think, you psychopath.
Then intestines, because I was in the hospital a lot for intestines, and one said mouth, one said ass,
Sausage intestines, got it.
and then hospital. I went back to hospital again.
You went back to hospital.
Yeah, I know. Wait, I've seen the videos, dude. You don't have to brag.
All right. So Wade, since Bob stole that one, you kind of said it already, but why did I get to hospital?
Your intestines had to go back and get operated on.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I'll give you that one. I have another addendum that you guys would never ever get that's on here for a bonus point, but Bob will give you a chance. I have no clues to give this to you. This is not related to anything except the whole thing is a concept.
I just have to guess what concept.
I wrote a different addendum description on this at the end. Here it is on screen for video.
This one is probably not fair.
You find it limiting and arbitrary that people who do word association think you can't go back to the same word. It makes sense that you would say hospital again in a string of things that you're talking and thinking about that are all related initially to hospital.
That is alarmingly close to what I said, except that it's the exact opposite point of view, because I said, in parentheses, this one is probably not fair. That's what I said, just justify that was fair. That's incredible. Thank you, but I won't give you that points. Nope. No, sadly, no. No points for that.
TikTok has over 50 preset safety and privacy settings to protect teens. Plus, as a parent, I set up family pairing to help shape my teen's experience on the app. Because when safety comes first, discovery can follow.
Give me 20 days, and military calisthenics will make you turn heads on New Year.
Sadly, no. No points for that.
The words are tooth, fairy, weight, bald, water.
Wait, your word is tooth.
Ache,
Dentist.
mouth,
Saliva.
drink,
Water.
rinse,
Repeat.
brush,
Hair.
gum,
Chewy.
granola bar,
Hippie.
peace,
Love.
happiness,
Happiness, but spelled wrong, like in the Will Smith movie.
slap,
What? Anger.
Jack Nicholson.
What?
Jack Nicholson?
Oh, I thought you said testicles. All right.
No, Jack Nicholson.
Tiger Woods.
Crash.
Into me.
All right, we'll end it there. All right, Bob, you got 2.
Yeah. What?
What about me?
Wade, you got none. Bob, you might have gotten 1.5, but I'm willing to give you.
I swear to God, if one of them is happiness but spelled different, I'm so upset.
No, that's not what it is. So my train of thought went from tooth, fairy, hairy, and Bob, you said hair. So I would be like, I'd give that half a point, or a full point, depending on what thinks fair. Wade, that was my next word. Bald, water.
Hey.
Which you said.
What? Bald water?
I'll give you a bonus point if you can explain how I got to water.
I think of the drowned man a lot when I think of Wade.
A is the second letter in both, and whenever you see my head, it makes you kind of get all salivaty and drooly and wet, and it makes it like water.
I know why you said water. You said bald, but you were actually still hung up on Wade, and you were like, what else goes with Wade? You wade in water. There's no way that's what you have written down.
You're so close, but so wrong. All right, so neither of you get it.
Well, what did you write down? What's it say?
The last 3 words were Wade, bald, and water, and then I think of the drowned man a lot when I think of Wade. Wade, you were in it. Water. Your whole house was flooded forever.
You know, I'm glad the things I try to block out from memory are the things you associate with me.
We made a documentary.
I lived it.
I have a t-shirt with that on it.
Exactly. We sold a t-shirt to help pay for your walls.
I have the shirt too, which is kind of productive to helping me.
Bob, you get 2 points, since I think we all agreed that was good.
Killing it.
You got there circumventious from what I was thinking of already. All right, but this one is going to be a bit trickier. And if this gets too out of the ordinary or too imbalanced, I'm going to start giving the first 2 words. So maybe that'll correct the trajectory of where it's going to go.
The words are participate, convention, meet and greet, speak and spell. That thing that has a face but has a microphone and a tape recorder. Nostalgia.
Bob, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Your word is participate.
Trophy.
Team,
Party.
group, activity, Olympics,
Medals.
gold,
Australia.
winning, delusional, breakdance.
Kinda.
Definitely.
Technically.
Sort of.
Kangaroo hops.
Drugs.
Illegal.
Do them.
Dare to think differently.
Olympics.
All right.
The Hail Mary of maybe he did it again.
I don't know that he ever had Olympics in there, but
Oh wait, no, we said Olympics twice. He didn't. What was Mark's word? Team?
Participate.
Participate. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it got super off topic, but at the same time, you guys got a whopping nothing.
All right.
yeah, you say it got off topic, but like your own words, you went from fucking bird to canyon, so like, you know, it happened.
All right. Look, man, I'm trying. You got off topic for 5 words.
Sorry, word association's not good enough for you.
5 words. Anyway, you guys got no points, and honestly, I don't blame you, because this one, I don't even know what my brain was doing. I went participate to convention, which made sense. Meet and greet. Meet and greet went to speak and spell. Speak and spell went to that thing that has a face, but has a microphone and a tape recorder.
The government?
His name's Mike.
Is that his name?
I don't know. His name's Mike. Yeah, from Toy Story. He stands too close to Woody. The feedback.
Right, yeah. Anyway, and then I went to nostalgia.
We were basically there.
Wait, you get the first crack at the bonus points. Why did I get to nostalgia?
I got nostalgic when thinking about childhood toys, but I didn't have toys as a kid because I was poor.
Thinking back on the past and Toy Story, or if that's not what got you there, then just like childhood toys and things that we used to play and mess around with.
That's it, childhood toys, that's it.
I didn't know we could just string guesses together. It might have been Toy Story. It might have been childhood toys. It might have been that you looked at a poster on your wall that made you feel nostalgic.
I was thinking out loud, man. You do the thinking in here, I do the thinking right here.
Bob, there's another bonus point here.
Oh, God.
That's a random thought that's associated with the description of what was just there.
Mark wrote in the margins of his scribbles, man, why do I always feel the urge to say speak and spell like it's in a German accent? And it's Mr. Speak and Spell.
That's not what's in the margin. I was hoping one of you would say, but Mark, you didn't have toys as a kid because you were so poor. That's what I wrote down in those episodes.
We were trying to be nice today because you're the host.
Yeah.
Like, Bob thought it.
I'll give you a hint for future things. You guys said so many things that are in other lists to come in this recent one.
Okay, and I remember what we said.
I don't know if that's going to throw you off. You guys would have gotten many points if it was related to anything else.
Bob, get us to kangaroo hops. I think that's the one.
Wade, you're up next.
The words are
This Friday. Prepare.
Did you miss me?
Friday.
This is still Domino's best deal ever. I mean, it's the only deal that gets you any Domino's pizza with any toppings.
You're up next.
The words are senior, prom, old person prom, the old guy from Toy Story 2, glasses, perfect eyes.
All right. Wade, your word is senior.
Senior, like senior citizen?
Senior, just senior.
Graduate.
The graduate.
Diploma.
Silly hat.
Medal.
Of honor.
Service.
Medal.
Olympics.
Gymnastics.
Kangaroo hops.
Australia. Technically.
The computer.
What? Algorithm.
All right, no.
No.
Stop.
Code.
Stop.
Wait, you're supposed to. Yeah, I know he gave us a hint, but that was just random, unrelated stuff.
It came to mind, man. I said what came to mind.
That's fair.
So here's the scoreboard. You guys got no points.
I can't believe it.
When you said the medal, or whatever you said that got me to medal, I was like, oh, back to Olympics. And then that opened the floodgates of all the other words.
Was with honors one, or graduating with honors? Because you had a reaction when I said of honor.
No, nothing. My list went from senior to prom to old person prom.
Okay.
To the old guy from Toy Story 2 to glasses to perfect eyes.
We were very close, Bob. The next word you would have had would have been kangaroo hops.
That would have been it. Bob, why did I get to perfect eye?
I have perfect eyes.
Because you said glasses, and then you thought about how you had the smiles surgery, and how you now have perfect eyes, and you don't wear glasses anymore.
That's it. Perfect eyes.
So Mark says the word perfect. He gets there by thinking about himself.
It is, yeah. It's Mark's secret words. It's all about me. It's all about me. I will say, I started this list from a random word, so I had a website that was just completely random words.
The words are Frank, hot sauce, the hot ones guy, bald, wait, water.
Wait, no, Bob, who's going first?
I go first.
Bob, you're going first. Your word is Frank.
Sinatra.
Singer.
Dancer. Moves. Sits.
Standing ovation.
Sitting silence.
Clapping.
Jazz hands.
Saxophone.
Trumpet.
Instruments.
Technology.
A synthesizer.
Synthesizer? I barely know her.
All right, okay, we're way off base. I'm gonna give you the first two.
Are we starting over?
Yeah, we're gonna start over because you guys got nothing against. So Bob, I'm gonna give you the first two. All right,
that'll help.
I went from Frank to hot sauce.
Oh, Tabasco.
Put that shit on everything.
Shit everywhere.
Spicy.
Oh.
In your mouth?
Hot damn.
Queen
Latifah.
Queen Latifah eating a cheeseburger?
The Hamburglar.
McDonald's.
Wendy's.
All right, let's end it there.
Redhead. Sorry, what?
How many did we get, Mark? How many did we get?
This is such a good game. Wait, is this what happens when you have your secret words and we don't say any of the words?
Oh, dude, it feels great when you're hosting and you see those goose eggs. You know what Bob and I should do? Is go to court and just have a serious drama about things and not even participate.
All right, so one second, wait. My food's good. Okay, so I went from Frank to hot sauce to the hot ones guy.
Sean Evans?
Don't know his name. Sure. To bald, to Wade, to water.
All right, well, at least we have a pattern. I live rent-free in that noggin.
Oh, no. Wade, I think it's your turn. Why did I get... How did I get to water?
This is just what happened again. The guy from Hot Ones is bald and that got me on the same train.
Well, I'm pretty sure, let me go down the list here. Hot Ones guy is bald, which got you to bald, which got you to me. When you think of me, you think of the water damage and the drowned man.
That's it. You get the bald point. All right. But I think of you a lot.
In relation to one topic, he thinks of you all the time.
I think of you all the time.
Bald and water.
Yeah.
Glad our decades-long friendship has meant so much.
Water is like essential to life.
You say that in The Drowned Man.
I do, yeah. Once the bringer of life. Yeah.
Now the bringer of death. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone listening at home, everyone watching at home, don't question this. Here's the list of words.
The words are Gap, pop your pussy on down to our spring sale. TikTok. Update. Apology video. Hey guys.
Alright, Wade, it definitely ends in bald Wade water. 100%.
Or kangaroo hops. I'm waiting for it to come back.
This is the most absurd list, I know, but it's just what it is.
Can't wait for you to feel insulted when we don't get to it. Let's do it.
Alright, whose turn? Wade? You're going first now?
Yeah.
Alright, Wade, your first word is gap.
Eyes.
Breast.
Hot.
Chicken. Mark looks like he's gonna orgasm.
Oh, I was disappointed. What do you mean?
Mouth,
breather.
but I hardly even know her.
Hey, that was my bit.
I'd like to see their bits.
Harassment.
I'm just gonna close this pen.
HR,
VR.
headset,
Goggles.
goggling.
Googler.
I hardly even know
If I give you the second one, it's not going to help you at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and give the list. It went from Gap to pop your pussy on down to our spring sale.
What the fuck?
right there.
Well, what if we had gotten that, though? Can you imagine?
I would have been so happy, but the reason, and okay, it goes from that to TikTok, then update, then apology video to hey guys.
Hey, God.
Why does apology? Okay.
So, do you guys know the pop your pussy?
No, I'm unfamiliar with that.
No, man, I don't know that.
You're saying that you didn't come up with that?
No, there was a voice, like an AI voice changer on TikTok or something that sounded just like the person who does ad reads for Gap or any of those sales. So they did a video that was like, it's our blockbuster summer sale. So get out your tits and pop that pussy down. Just like, it's really funny. I swear it's funny, guys. That's really funny. Bob, whose turn? Bob, how did I get to the end of that train of thought?
This isn't about Wade, it's just that apology videos usually start with a sad, hey guys, or oof. Never thought I'd have to make a video like this.
What was the end exactly?
No, you don't remember? Oh, you had to pay attention.
Bald Wade Water? Is that what you said?
Oh, that's not what they said.
That's okay. I don't need to know the words to know how you got there. You couldn't let go of Pop Your Pussy on over to our Blockbuster Summer Sale. And so literally every word you thought of after that was just whatever word came into your head in between all of the uncontrollable giggling. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just a random string of words you were trying desperately to think of because you were trying to play the game.
No. I mean, in the most technical, broad way, maybe, but no.
Can I take a crack at it? If I remember right, your last two things were apology videos and then hey guys, which apology video you got to from all the other sex stuff, I guess, and TikTok things. Apology videos were big on YouTube, I suppose. YouTube, maybe you thought of something, you were still laughing, so you were like, what's up, something else funny on YouTube? Oh yeah, Wade's stupid ass intro. Hey guys.
My explanation, Wade. Word for word. This isn't about Wade. It's just that apology videos usually start with a sad, hey guys, or oof, never thought I'd have to make a video like this. It wasn't about you at all.
That's hard to believe with all of the bald Wade Waters we've had.
Look, and that's why I wrote that specifically. That's why I wrote, because when I said apology video, I just heard in my mind, hey guys.
I want Kevorkian to get a hold of you and no wait, not Kevorkian, he's the one who'll kill you. What's the psychologist that...
I'm not sure who you're trying to think of.
Freud?
Freud, yeah, fuck your mother guy, yeah. I want Freud to get a hold of you and look at that like, not your conscious, but your subconscious thoughts and see if it's just me.
I don't think, I explained that it wasn't.
Just me with a glass of water.
Hey, you guys are doing great.
We're killing it.
I was close. I said intro, an apology video. I was right there.
So, Bob, you're going first. Wade, you'll get the bonus question. Here is the list of questions or words, the association that I have.
The words are push, mush, demon, whiskey, XXX, porn.
There's no way.
It's good that you tried to keep these real sane for us. Thanks.
You know, it's authentic. That's what it is.
Secret words isn't as easy as you thought, is it?
No. I knew this to be true from the moment in It's Honest when we actually invented, secret words. It's honest.
I didn't watch it, so for me it's an original concept.
So when we did the paintball, remember, because it was paintball punishment, Ethan wrote words on a big whiteboard behind me. I had to give a review of it, and when I said a secret word, he would shoot me with a paintball. So this is, I don't know what kind of high horse Wade wants to sit upon when he stole from the award-winning series, It's Honest.
But what I stole from doesn't exist. I never watched it.
That's true.
I'm getting a call from the Joker right now.
That's probably not good.
Just literally Mr. J is calling me right now. I think am I Harley Quinn?
If you answer it right now and go, Mr. J, I'll give you $100.
You will win the episode.
I just missed it because it's over. I totally wish I had now, but I waited too long to tell you what was happening.
Who's up? I'm up first?
Yeah, Bob, you're up first.
Just on the right path, Bob.
Your word is push.
Pull.
Let's see.
Pulley.
Exercise.
Exorcism.
Bin vomiting.
Roller coaster.
Ooh, big hills.
Loop-de-loops.
Ride. Ride. Motorcycle gang.
Sons of Anarchy.
Daughters of love.
Sisters of that one guy.
Never met him.
Markiplier?
Bald friend.
Wade.
Water.
Kangaroo hops.
Damn it. Any other? You want to throw any other in there?
Olympics.
Nope. All right, no. Okay. Do you want the second word as a hint?
Yeah, no, maybe we go around again. I'm assuming we got 0 points.
Yeah, 0 points.
Let's try it again. Give us the first two. Let's see if we can get on this bad boy.
Here you go, Bob. First word was push. The second word is exclamation.
Okay. Eve.
Get that baby out of there.
It's not a word. It's the Lamont breathing though.
Frowning.
Achievement.
Unlocked.
My heart.
Will go on.
There was room on the door.
Fucking Jack.
Sparrow.
Rum. Gone.
What the fuck?
Volleyball?
Pop?
Spinning.
Okay, you're off it. Okay, I'm gonna cut it there.
Oh.
I'm gonna give away half a point for that. I don't know how that happened.
What were yours?
Okay, my words were push, Demo Man, because I heard it in his voice from Team Fortress 2.
Okay.
And then I went to whiskey, and Wade said rum. And I know they aren't the same, but it's just in a game of no points. I think I gotta give him half a point for that one.
All right.
Unless you don't want to.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And then you got completely off again because I went from whiskey to triple X because usually on whiskey bottles it's like, or is it like moonshine bottles or whatever it is.
That's usually like moonshine or something, but yeah.
And then I went from there to porn.
I was with you on that one.
Wade, how did I get? I mean, it's obvious.
I'm not proud of this one.
Man, wish I could still drink, but thank God I still have porn.
That's a beautiful sentiment. I don't know if it relates to what I said, which was just, I'm not proud of this one. That's all I said.
I think you said that you're not proud of this one, Mark. Do I get the point?
You never gave him a chance to steal.
Oh, wait, yeah, sorry. No, you don't get a point.
Oh, well, that's fair.
You don't get a point.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Okay, we only got 2 more categories here.
I believe in us.
The words are spray, skunk, tomato juice, Kool-Aid man, blood, and lung.
Wade, you're going first.
Cool.
Spray.
Paint. Me.
Graffiti.
Artist.
Draw.
Quick draw.
Fire.
Aim.
Paces.
10.
8.
6.
Fire.
Counting.
Nope.
Whoopsie.
Shot myself.
Wade.
Bald.
Water.
That's great, guys. You got nope.
Why did I think of 9?
10. It's like everyone of Ethan. Like, put 4. Chain. 5. God, counting just always gets me.
I don't know why my brain went to 8. Like, even as I said it, I was like, why?
Okay, so do you want the second word that I got?
Let's go around again. We got this.
All right, so who's first? I've already forgotten.
Me, I think.
All right, wait. I went from spray to skunk.
Stinky. Pepe Le Pew.
Oh,
Baguette.
oh, France.
Paris.
Big Tower.
The biggest.
Eiffel.
Eiffel, I hardly know.
Sex.
Pistols.
Firing while coming.
Yo, Sexmity Sam.
What's mustache do though?
A truck mud flap with sexy Yosemite Sam's on it.
The balls on the back, but they have the mustache.
Alright, stop it.
Yosemite Sam had to be on your list. That's an absolute hit right there.
No, but I give you a point for it. That was good enough for me, I guess.
What did you get, Mark?
I went from spray to skunk to tomato juice to Kool-Aid Man to blood to iron lung.
We were so close, Wade. I imagine you arrived there because literally the only thing you can think of when you hear the word blood or see blood or think about blood in any way is probably Iron Lung. I almost said Iron Man, but that's not the movie you made. You made Iron Lung. That's the one.
Yeah, you get me for that.
What with the eye infection and the ear infection and the probably pneumonia or whatever you had.
How did we go from skunk to sexy Yosemite Sam, Bob?
Yosemite Sam?
You said fire while coming. I'm pretty sure that.
Yeah, you just literally described him, and then I just had to say his name.
Well, I said sex, you said pistols. I just pictured someone with pistols. It's like, yeah, baby.
It's obvious.
There are 2 more bonus points in this one, and they are related to a personal anecdote that I have not told either of you guys, but is related to the last thing. It happened yesterday. You would have no idea what this is, but there's 2 points up for grab. Here they are for everyone at home.
Also had a junk removal guy come dump some stuff, and he was very suspicious about the buckets of fake blood and plastic wrap with fake blood stains.
It's related to the last thing, which was Iron Lung.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so there was 1 copy of Iron Lung on a computer, and that computer got sprayed by a skunk, so you tossed it in a tub of tomato juice, hoping that the smell would get out. But now every time you play the movie, you're just like, oh, that reminds me of the blood, but worse.
I was going to say that is topical, but not correct.
I know what he wrote. What happened is you've been having a lot of work done on your house to fix your solar, to get your render farm up and running, and you've had people in your house, and specifically in your garage. And there was a guy in your garage who found 2 10-gallon jugs filled with blood, and he came and got you and was like, shouldn't these be refrigerated? And you were like, oh, it's fake. No, it's for a movie or something. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Then your relationship to that electrician was never the same.
You hit the fucking point. The goddamn point.
What did you write?
It is close enough because I said, word for word, also had a junk removal guy come dump some stuff, and he was very suspicious about the buckets of fake blood. Plastic wrapped with fake blood stains. That is what you said. That was close.
That is wild, Bob. Well done.
And he did not tell me. I mean, it wasn't the right story, so clearly he didn't tell me. I just knew what happened.
Wade, there is one more point that is related to that. It's my train of thought on these. Just pulled straight over.
Your train of thought?
There's one more point available.
I know what he wrote.
He charged me extra.
Wade, what's my next thought that just came after this related to what was just occurring?
Man, I hope he doesn't open the other buckets I have in the garage.
No. Bob, what is...
You paused for a moment and thought about that, and then scribbled next to your original scribble. That would probably be a really good way to get away with a murder. You mix a bunch of real body parts and blood in with a bunch of fake blood and just say that it's from a movie or a YouTube video or something.
You know, I wish I would have said that because I told him, and I realized it was. I did think that, but I didn't write that down because I told him, don't open the buckets. They're very stinky. Like, they've fermented. You don't want that smell anywhere. So they wrapped it in plastic bags and everything. But what I wrote was, he charged me extra. That's the only other separate thought that came off of that. It's just like, all right, there's one more category.
We've got this, Wade. Lock in.
This is how I move forward with Purdue Global. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Seen extraterrestrials face to face. And the shrubbery are little gray entities. UFOs land in front of them. They're in Antarctica. They felt stressed because they were captured.
And there has been direct contact over.
There's one more category.
We've got this, Wade. Lock in.
The words are masturbation, constipation, laxatives, Olympics, Breakdancing.
Last category. Bob. Hand.
Ball.
Throw.
Discus.
Olympics.
Gold medal.
Competition.
I don't know why, but competition.
Europe.
I'm a peeing.
Why will you do that?
Jar Jar?
You sit here too?
Stop doing that.
Do it.
In Palpatine's voice. No! That's not a quote from the movie, I just thought that.
In Palpatine's voice. Maybe.
In Palpatine's voice.
Wait, turn that up.
On the radio. Misa love you. Misa do it.
It's an episode of Robot Chicken.
Seth Green.
Seth Meyers.
SNL.
FML.
Lube.
Oh, no.
Get the spatula.
I'm a goodness.
Okay, alright.
I know that was on your list.
One word from my list was said. I won't say who, I won't say what, but I'll tell you guys one of the words.
Was it enough of their words to earn a point for someone?
Yeah. It was the exact word. Yeah. Bob, I'm gonna give you the first two words.
Okay.
And this won't help you at all.
Good. Okay.
Hand masturbation.
Fleshlight.
Rust.
Grundle?
I'm a goodness.
Lady Grundle.
Down under.
Breakdance.
Guru.
Small metal.
Beef.
Where is it?
There's a thing that made me think of, but I can't remember what it is. Lost Keys.
Alicia Keys?
The Black Keys.
Where are my keys?
Dude, where's my keys?
The giant lady whose underwear you see walking around in that movie.
Blade Runner 2042?
Harrison Ford.
Matt Damon.
Jimmy.
Alright, we'll end it here, I think.
Give us the first 5 words.
No, because another word was said.
It was Jimmy, wasn't it?
No.
If I could do a Carl Weezer impression, I would have done him saying, Jimmy!
Jimmy! He's gonna wheeze it.
That was dead on. That was spot on.
It's me, Carl.
Carl Weezer! Jimmy, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Hand, masturbation, constipation, laxatives, Olympics, breakdancing.
No!
And Wade, you get a chance to get the bonus point here. How did I get through that train of thought?
We once had a video idea that only had the title Laxative Olympics, but after all the amazing events of the Olympics, I can only think of that Australian breakdancer.
I know exactly how you got there. Good luck, Wade.
Alright, I mean, hand to masturbation's pretty easy. Masturbation, constipation sounds similar and like their areas aren't too far apart. Laxatives, because if you're constipated, take laxative to clear it out. During competition, sometimes people just fucking shit themselves. I don't know if there's something that happened during the Olympics that made that happen, but maybe that's what got you to the Olympics. Olympic memory, breakdancing. Wrong. Bob.
Up to you transition to the Olympics, he was generally correct. You got from laxative to Olympics because of all of the stuff about the Seine River being so filled with shit and making several athletes ill after swimming in it for competitions at the Olympics. And then Olympics to breakdancing is pretty obvious because all the memes about the ray gun and her for breakdancing for Team Australia.
Both of you understand the breakdancing part of it, but you didn't get the laxative part of it, which is what I actually wrote about here. Once upon a time, Ethan, I think, came up with an idea for a video called Laxative Olympics.
How would we know about that?
Yeah, it's fair, Bob, it's fair.
This is my thought. You guessed an event that occurred yesterday that didn't occur. That is what I wrote down. We once had a video idea that was only had the title Laxative Olympics. And then I did mention, but after all the amazing events of the Olympics, I can only think of the Australian breakdancer. But I think both of you would only get partial credit for it because the main part of that was Laxative Olympics, which I swear I've mentioned to you guys.
Laxative Olympics is such a dumb idea compared to the one we had called Dildo Dodgeball.
I wouldn't disagree because we didn't do it. The idea is that we take a bunch of laxatives all at the same time
and then do a bunch of competitions. Obviously, yeah, no, I know what's happening.
Whoever doesn't shit their pants, whoever shits their pants last wins.
I still want to do Dildo Dodgeball one day.
I don't. That sounds like it would hurt.
That just sounds expensive. You know how expensive it would be to get some interesting dildos to play dodgeball with?
No, you just get a bunch of like green Nerf guns and you CGI them in.
Editors, make all these dodgeballs dildos.
Like, watch right now, editors, hit them with the dildo in the face right now.
You should pop up talking about no.
Did you miss me?
So telling me.
Right now, editors, hit them with the dildo in the face right now.
Here's the total. You guys did great. The competition was wonderful. Bob, you got 1 initiative point for small talk volunteer. You got a point for Anthony, horse, bratwurst, water, hair, perfect eyes, yo sexmity Sam, some slimesicle.
Oh, okay. I remember that, the slimesicle.
Oh, the blood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You got it for Iron Olympian related blood, and then there was another point you got for blood suspicion. 10 points. Wade, you got a handsome point for being the most handsome devil on the podcast today.
Thank you.
You got a point for dumb cup for the shit gum. Hospital, childhood toys, bald, you half a rum point, 8. Made me laugh. That's the 7th point. Well, 6.5 points. Olympics and breakdancing, which brings you up to 8.5 points. Yes! It was not golf rules.
I don't remember how many Bob had, but I think 8.5 was enough to win, right?
Yeah, didn't I have 8?
Bob, you had 10.
Oh, I had 10. I had the next number in line.
That's right. It was half a point away.
How did we both think I won there?
I don't know. Even if we only gave Bob half a point for hair, it still would have been a win for Bob. So congratulations, Bob. We will someday do a secret golf score episode, but today's not that day. What do you have to say for yourself?
I know you. I know what goes on in your head. I know what happens in your day-to-day life. I changed some of the details so I didn't scare you, but I have cameras and I saw your interaction with the jumping local guys, and I knew that they charged you extra. I just didn't want to make it too obvious. I had to make the win believable. So sometimes it's good to know things about your friends. Sometimes it's better to know everything about them.
Well, I'm unsettled. Wade, how did this go wrong?
Well, it all went wrong whenever I was trying to get into your guys' heads, whenever mine is such a weird clusterfuck of things that I think maybe I need to go talk to somebody about my train of thought. But yours is pretty fucked up too, so I feel a little bit better about myself. We're just fucked in different ways, which is why we're friends, not the same person.
Very well spoken. There were no bonus points for the loose speech for secret words. You wouldn't have hit them anyway. Really had to work to get you points. Wade, this concept is a lot harder to get. And if I remember when Ethan was trying to shoot with paintball, I also did not say hardly any of the words that he said. Turns out trying to predict that is difficult. But he still managed to guess up. So thank you everybody at home for watching and for listening and for hitting whatever button that gives us love. There's a love button out there somewhere. Somewhere on the page that you're listening and or watching to. Find it. Give us love. Oh, someone found it. It wasn't you who didn't do anything. No, it was someone else. Someone else got there first and gave us that love, and I felt that. You stood there and did nothing. We'll still feel it if you tried. It's worth trying, but I just want you to know you won't be first. Thank you, Wade. Thank you, Bob. Next week, Bob will be hosting, because he won.
Yay! I will not be.
Thank you, everybody, so much for being here. I guess so.
Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractable. This episode, Bedhead Bob suggests anal charging as a sprinkler situation and divvies out Dickensian dilemmas. Word Wade is loving steam life, Singer's immunic event, and has a light bulb moment. Melodramatic marks panel problems are battery blamed, and marvels at a malicious marathon. French installation cards to slaughtering YouTube shorts. Yes. It's time for Best of Times, Worst of Times. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
I didn't brush my hair today. Look at that. All right. Well, I hope no one watches this video. Hello and welcome to another episode of Distractable, your uncle's favorite podcast. Only if your uncle is the cool one. The rest of your uncles probably not cool enough. My name is Bob. What did you just say to me?
Your uncle. Your fun uncle.
Wouldn't it be cool, uncle?
Your uncle.
I said cool uncle, not fun uncle. Anyway, my name is Bob. I'm the host because I won the last episode. I'm joined, as always, by Mark and Wade, who will be competing in today's episode. I will give them points. One of them will win. The winner hosts the next episode. That's the format. We're back. I literally looked like I just rolled out of bed, and I didn't. You ever do that? You ever make it way too far into your day and then be like, man, I haven't looked at myself in a mirror or anything?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I also just ate lunch and I have no idea how my teeth look. So I should probably...
Okay, see ya. I think you should just zoom your camera in and check on the camera.
Oh, watch this. I can zoom with no hands.
For those listening, all Wade did was slowly approach the camera. Oh, I forgot how macro this is, right?
Are we doing this bit again? Anyway, hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Hey, that's pretty good.
We have great news!
It was your birthday last week, and we ignored it until the last 8 seconds of the show.
Less great, but it's alright.
What's your great news?
Yeah, Adobe is being sued by the U.S. government.
Oh, thank God.
Isn't that crazy?
Honestly, it's surprising to me that it's happening because I have no faith in anyone, including the government, doing anything good ever anymore. But given what Adobe did, no, it's not that crazy, because what the fuck did they think was going to happen?
I don't know, and I think I've talked about on this podcast my experiences with trying to cancel Adobe, and then when I saw that, I went to cancel my account because I don't use Premiere anymore. I still was using Photoshop, but I'm like, okay, there's got to be an alternative. It's time to just jump. I'll learn it on the fly if I have to. And it was easy. It was a couple buttons. Wouldn't you believe it? All online.
What's the alternative to Photoshop, though? It's not GIMP, right? GIMP is free.
There is GIMP. That's free. That is an alternative. There's technically Procreate, I think, has some features that
MS Paint.
I'm not sure. MS Paint, technically, yes, you could use that. I've used it for thumbnails before, yes. But I don't know what it is. If you know of a good alternative to Photoshop, one with a lot of features, you know, that is robust like Photoshop is, it could be GIMP. But I know there's probably other paid solutions out there. I'm willing to pay for a good software if it is.
I just don't know what it is. Adobe's Photoshop's the only one I've ever heard of.
It was so funny when I was canceling because there were still all the different buttons to press, and at each one, it was like uninstalling Norton or something, or an antivirus software on your computer. It was like, please, you'll die without this.
Do you want to not click this to go to the not next page uninstall? Cancel?
Very much like that. And then it was like, what if we give you 35% off of 6 months? But there was buttons now, because before it was talking to someone and they did that same spiel where it was like, we'll give you 6 months at like 30% off. And then the next page it was like, all right, 60%. And then the next page it was like, all right, how about our best deal ever? Forever, it's 20% of what you paid. Or when you skip that one, it's like, please talk to someone. We will. If you just call us, it was so desperate.
Here's a puppy that will lose its home if you cancel this subscription.
I love that it's a series of pre-programmed responses, but each response is like, okay, you drive a hard... Listen to this off. It's like they know everyone's going to just keep clicking no, cancel.
Yeah, so I finally canceled it, and so I lose access to all that in about a few weeks. I thought it would have been that thing where even though I had paid up until like next month, that if I canceled, it would just be like, you're canceled immediately, because I've had subscriptions like that before.
I thought that was part of why they're getting sued, was that was one of the terms they were getting sued over. Is that not part of it?
It was not just that, but they made you pay the full cancellation fee. There was a cancellation fee that was 50% of the yearly cost. Even if you were a month away from your subscription ending, they still made you pay, because they would automatically sign you into a contract even that you did not sign. That was the issue. It's like, there's nothing wrong with a contract with like a cancellation fee if that's in the term. But because when you signed up for a trial, it would convert you over to the most expensive version of their account automatically, and then enter you into a legally binding contract where you could not get out of it without paying a fee, or some extremely restricted stuff where you had to call them and talk to someone in person so that you could get it canceled. It was a lot of hoops.
You made the joke, but like, this sounds like something like Norton Antivirus would do, because nobody fucking needs that. Because when you realize you have that or whatever McAfee, whatever installed, and you're like, oh, but I just use Windows Defender or whatever. I don't need this. That's why they do that. Adobe doesn't need that. I don't even know of another program that does what Photoshop or After Effects. Well, there are After Effects ones, but like, I don't know anything about Photoshop or Lightroom or anything that does any of the... Adobe has like a monopoly on that shit, and they still did. Why? Why would you do this? Just everyone has to use your shit for most of what they use it for anyway, because the only other options are, there's video editing software, and there are 3D effects softwares that you can use, so After Effects is not the only option. It seems insane. It seems very unhinged to me.
Are they like a stock? Is it a shareholder thing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a publicly traded company.
So, yeah, I'm sure that they just keep having to ramp things up. And
at the annual meeting, they're like, listen, we made it super hard to unsubscribe. No one could even figure out how to unsubscribe if they wanted to. They are trapped, and they have to pay us. So that's good for you guys.
And all the people would go...
Maybe it was brought up. Maybe they're like, oh, there's a lot of people canceling. What are we going to do about that? Listen, we've got it under control. No one's getting out.
It would be fine. Here's the thing. It would all be fine if the software just kept getting better. If it was the best software that everyone's like, God, this is so expensive, but my goodness, the features. Oh, it makes life so easy. Instead, I had to open up Premiere just a few months ago for an old project on my computer with two 49s in it, with a Threadripper 5995 WX with 128 gigs of RAM, NVMe drives. I couldn't play it back at real-time speed. I hit the play button and it would go... It is just the most trash software that just keeps getting worse. And so if they would put all that money that they're charging towards their crap software team that's making the best possible thing, that would be one thing. But they didn't do that either. Right into pocket.
You gotta get to their AI program where you're like, I need a viral YouTube video. And it gave me one. It was like this cat, and it had like a human face and just kept saying meow. And I was like, dude, this is gonna really take me off. So I went to upload it, and YouTube's like, this already exists. Oh, someone beat me to the idea, I guess.
And you gotta post stuff like that. You gotta post that on Facebook. They don't check for that shit.
I'm just glad the U.S. government watches our podcast. They learned about their Adobe subscription.
Now, if only we could sort out all these pesky healthcare issues and prescription nonsense. Let's get on that, government, since you pay attention to us.
Did you know our healthcare is...
I believe he's distilled the entire discourse of the healthcare in America down to one word. That's incredible. You have such a way with word, Wade.
Not as complex as when people have a way with words, but it is still a very special skill.
It's difficult to boil the world down to one word.
Good small talk. Wade, what's your favorite lawsuit currently ongoing? Or anything else you want to talk about?
I'm going to say, lawsuits. I stay clear of those. Though in case I do get something in the mail where it's like, hey, this company that you signed up with once is being sued. Do you want to be part of the class action lawsuit and get 12 cents? I was like, no, I'm good. I don't know what's going on. Happy there's a lot of good Steam game demos out right now. I played one. I think I was talking to you guys before the stream. There's some good demos I played.
You don't have any, like, shit seeping through the walls of your house or anything exciting?
Just the remnants still trying to claw its way out of the shower.
He hasn't found it, Mark.
Honestly, it's better this way. It'll steep.
I don't like that.
Mark and I secretly just caused all of your plumbing problems.
That's why you guys are like, hey, wait, I'll take that water now. And I was like, oh, okay.
It's so weird. You've had plumbing problems for almost a whole decade straight. Unbelievable.
And you've been really tired lately, huh?
You guys have sleepers. What shit sleep? What are
Come on, you have a way with word. Come on.
I don't know how to write that down on the scoreboard, but I'm just going to tell you right now, that earned a point.
That's terrible news.
Adobe's not being sued anymore?
No, I think a fan is lacking in my computer.
Doesn't a computer ever work for like more than 5 minutes at a time? Sometimes it's not even serious. Didn't you have a fan issue before in this exact same computer?
That was a different computer. I had to hit that one. I had to hit it to make it work.
We can look away.
Goodness.
I don't want to hit this one because there's custom water cooling in it. And like, if I hit it too hard, it could, like, I don't know, water issues, you know.
Aren't you a gambling man? It could be fixed too.
Alright, admittedly, I already tried to hit it before and it didn't fix the issue. So I'm gonna hit it again.
Maybe you didn't hit it hard enough.
Wade has a point. You didn't hit hard enough. That's probably correct.
I don't have much. Just, good games are out and life's good.
You still haven't had your shoulder surgery. I bet that hurts.
Yeah, I'm also supposed to have surgery on my deviated septum. I haven't scheduled that either. I wonder if I can do it at the same time. I call both doctors. I'm like, hey, can you just fix my shoulder and my nose at the same time?
You guys come over and do it at my house at the same time, so I don't have to go anywhere. We got a big island. I'll lay on the island. Yeah, so you actually, your things are good?
Yeah. I don't really have anything to complain about.
All right, Mark, complain.
All right, more complaints. So apparently my whole solar system was installed upside down or something.
They put the part the sun needs to hit on the bottom. Oh, no.
It's all dumb, apparently. I had a guy come over. I had a couple people come over looking at it. They keep looking at it and they go...
They turn into Emu when they get on your roof.
Yeah, much like the beach that turns people old, this is the solar system that turns people feral. But they're able to leap from the ground floor and up onto the roof in one bound. It's really impressive. It's 0 is what's getting to the knee.
That doesn't sound like a lot.
Dude, aren't you glad you're up there mopping and sweeping and cleaning?
I guess you didn't clean it right. That must be the problem.
The sun's getting a lot of power from your house.
I like the gift.
That's why your energy bill is so high. The sun is up there just like... God, I've never had this before.
God, finally someone give it back. I'm just used to all taking.
Anyway, so what's happening is, I had the guy who came over today, explained it, is he looked at it and, you know, once he evolved enough back into a modern man, was able to tell me that the way it's set up is the solar panels are generating power, and there's a good number of them. I miscounted, apparently there's 48 of them instead of 44, which is great, and they're generating tons of electricity. You know, even in the morning it was generating like 4 to 5 something kilowatts, which is a good amount of power. That's a good amount of power. He said midday it'd probably be up to like 6, 7. The problem is they're going into the batteries that were installed when we got it, and those batteries are doing nothing. So the batteries are not, they're in backup mode, and they are not wired into anything into the house, and they're not wired into anything into the main circuit. So the solar is going into these batteries,
Are they just eternally fully charged and nothing drains them ever for any reason?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, that feels like some oversight on that installation.
So the way he described it, and I might have been understanding this wrong because I'm not an electrical engineer. Those advanced super geniuses. So when the solar panels charge up the batteries, that's when they divert and go to the main circuit to feed back into the grid, right? So it's the batteries are not backing anything up. They're set up wrong. So it's not like there's just power going into it and it's going to explode, because it hasn't exploded. So once it's done charging, the solar circuit goes like down, all right, back out to the grid. And then they go out to the grid, and something switches, and it goes grid. And then the batteries are like, we lost 0.01%. Ah, switch back. Battery. Are you good? You good? All right. Click, plunk. Battery. All right, you good? All right, I'm going to go to the next plunk. All right, okay. Want to make sure you topped up. Click, plunk. And then overnight, when there's no solar, the batteries really sit there a lot and start to just go down. And they scream and scream. And then as soon as the sun comes up, it's like, and then they start slurping.
It's gonna be really annoying trying to sleep in the house as that's going on above you.
I don't know. I think I'm getting something wrong in how he explained it, because that seems so stupid. I think that's how it is. But I'm not getting any benefit from my power bill, because the power company said that, and on my savings of like several months, I would get 0 credits. 0 credits. As if they told me my solar system was generating 0 power for several months.
In fact, you owe us money. Your solar powers are taking it.
I mean, it might be actually, at this point, it might be costing more to run the infrastructure for the solar system than it is to actually.
So you're gonna like tube your batteries so they quit being hungry baby birds and do something, or what's the fix?
Tube them? What does tubing them mean?
You know, you shove a wire in the battery and you plug it into your computer.
You know, that doesn't sound right.
Just run an extension cable from your batteries into your house and plug in whatever you may need.
You said your batteries aren't charging anything, so make them charge something.
You're right. I can't get into them. So that's the other problem is, like a lot of things, they're app-based. There's no control panel on it, and I can't get into them because the previous owner did not give me the account.
There's gonna be like a reset button or something, right? Like a factory setting? I don't know. Who installed them? Call someone. If you installed Mark's batteries, call him.
If you pranked someone by installing a solar system and battery backup, but then not wiring it into the house in any way, so that they were just accumulating a battery, that's never done anything in its life. I think we found your Mark here, and I think he could really use some help.
Yeah, so apparently the only situation in which it would ever actually do something is if there is a power outage, the batteries will kick on for the circuits that it's connected to, which is 3 plugs in the garage. So I lied when I said it was connected to nothing. 3 plugs in the garage.
Okay, I've got a solution. Get a power strip, plug it into the garage, plug everything into that power strip.
Yeah. And if you need more plugs, you just keep plugging power strips into power strips. You can have an infinite number of plugs.
Really, daisy chain? Is that the right word? Daisy chain them.
That's it. You got it.
I'm struggling with stuff like this, because this happens with houses and all kinds of stuff. This happens where it's like, you look at something and it's like, why did they do that? There's always a reason. I cannot fathom an explanation for what has happened. What has happened with the battery thing in your house?
Previous owner was a serial killer. That garage is the most important room. They can always do their work, and they made sure it always had power.
They always needed the freezer to stay on to keep the body parts frozen.
You know, what's funny is when we got this place, we were told specifically, now if you want an extra fridge, don't put it in the garage. Just won't take it. It can't power that. I'm not joking. Literally said, if you want a big, a second fridge, don't put it in the garage.
Oddly enough, the size to hold 2 or 3 bodies. You want that specifically.
And I can tell you, if you were looking to use a lot of deli slicers for any particular reason, those don't work in the garage either. It'd be such a great spot for slicing meat.
Yeah, so I got a consultation to get that all sorted, and hopefully that'll be.
That's wild.
Yeah, so what the guy said, and I don't believe he's fleecing me on this one, because he said we're gonna have to rip out this entire system because it just doesn't make sense. It's old and it's just not set up right. So it's like, and I actually believe him because I'm not getting any benefit. I don't see how any of it's supposed to work, and I don't have access to it because it wasn't handed off to me. Maybe it's just not clean enough. All right, I'll take a car wash.
If you get some modern panels and stuff in there, it sounds like you'll have a hell of a lot of production. That our house in California had 19 solar panels on the roof. That was enough production to basically power the house for the entire time the sun was over the horizon during the day. So it sounds like you would have your own little like infinite energy farm situation if you get the right setup.
Infinite energy farm? Yeah. Well,
I have home ownership woes.
Go on.
It's not as hilarious as Mark's is, but it is similarly baffling. One of the features of the house was that it has in-ground sprinklers, which is more common these days in a lot of places, but like, that's a nice feature. You don't have to go move a sprinkler around the yard, whatever, you just schedule it, it just does its thing. And it's hot here now, and I was like, well, I should turn those on, right? There's just a water valve in the basement, you just sort of turn it on slowly, fill up the system, make sure everything's good. And I did that, and I like turned it on, and I listened to the water until it stopped sort of hissing. Turned it all the way on, and I thought it was good. I went outside to where the control stuff is for that, like the valves and things, and there was just water coming up out of the ground, just like full blast. I was like, something about that seems wrong. And so there's just a section of like pipe missing that just, well, the water needs that part where the water is coming out needs to connect to another pipe where the water is supposed to go in. They were both just disconnected and covered with duct tape.
Do you think there used to be a small bush there and someone maybe ran a fridge through it and broke the pipe?
We actually messaged our real estate agent who reached out to the people who sold the house to us, and because when they sold it, they specifically said like, oh yeah, and the sprinklers work totally fine, we've been using those. And we were like, hey, the sprinklers don't work. And they're like, oh no, they work. We just took this piece because we just took that piece out for like the winter. We bought this house from them in the summer. We bought it in July of last year. So, no, they didn't. And they were like, oh, and they sent a picture of, not the actual piece, but from the internet, a picture of a piece that looks kind of like the piece we need. And it's like a big brass thing with like some valves and stuff on it. It's some particular piece you need for in-ground sprinkler systems. And they're like, it looks kind of like this. It should be in the garage. No, it wasn't. We moved in, the garage was completely empty, and we were like, yeah, I don't think it's in the garage. Like, yeah, is in the basement or something? They're like, oh, it's in the garage. It's, like on the wall, on the ledge in the garage. There's no fucking ledge in the garage that we had. There's 4 flat walls and a flat ceiling. We keep asking them more questions, and they're like, oh, well, and then I called they gave us the company that supposedly, like, maintained the system, or that they had worked on it before, and I called them 3 times and left 3 messages, and they have an answering machine, they seem to exist, they're not calling me back.
It's just their phone number again. They answer a different phone, like, hello?
No one's even answered. I've only left messages. They haven't returned a call, they don't ever pick up the phone. I've called over the course of an entire day during business hours. I called at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, noon, 2 o'clock, called at 4 o'clock, left a message, called the next day, nothing. So we maybe have in-ground sprinklers, and they seem to work. The thing in the garage, the box where you turn it on and off, seems to work. All the sprinkler heads look fine. We just need this one mysterious piece of resistance that for some reason they took out of the thing for no. It's just fucking weird because it's like your batteries. It's like, I'm sure we could just get that piece and it probably would work. But we need someone to do that. And why the fuck did that happen? They keep pretending like,
you think your garage ghost stole it?
God, I hope not. We're never getting it back if that's what happened.
Maybe it's in the ghost attic.
I actually have videos that I took of the attic and looked. It's not up there either in the attic over the garage. Because when they said that, they were like, it's up high on the ledge. I was like, there's no ledge. Maybe they mean the attic. No, there's Christmas decorations in the attic. Not our Christmas decorations. They forgot some Santa Claus reindeer decorations up there.
Maybe they put it in a Christmas box, but you know, it was Christmas time when they moved.
Well, it's not a box. It's a pile laying on the floor of the attic. You can see what it is. It's lights and signs. But it's just one of those things where it's like, there's no reasonable explanation for why that happened, and I just can't understand what the fuck happened. Because clearly somebody took it apart and put a bunch of tape over both ends. It's not like it got broken or stolen. What was it made out of? So the pipes are both PVC, so it's like a plastic pipe coming out of the ground and a plastic pipe that goes back into the ground. But the piece in the middle is all brass. It's all metal. It's like it's a what's it called? It's like a vacuum valve. It's a specific type of piece that all in-ground sprinkler systems generally have to make it work correctly. And it just goes in between these two pipes. And I don't know if we could just buy one and screw it into place or what. I have no idea. But it's not the same scale as your batteries, because that's way more like expensive and a huge pain in the ass potentially. But it's like, man, they gave us an explanation like they did something totally reasonable. And none of it makes any fucking sense. And also the company won't answer my phone calls, and that's the thing.
Introducing Venmo Stash, a new rewards program from Venmo. Earn up to 5% always on cash back. Choose your go-to brands. You can swap them out every 30 days. It's simple. The more you do, the more you get. Start earning with Stash.
That makes any fucking sense. And also the company won't answer my phone calls, and that's a little concerning. Anyway, good small talk, everybody. Mark and I had house problems and Wade didn't. Everything is backwards. But that means we can move on to the actual episode idea for today. Mandy gave me the core of the idea, but I don't want to give her too much credit because it sucks. It's not her fault. My fault if it sucks. But the idea for today, I'm going to call, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. I'm going to give you guys some prompts, some direction, and one of you is going to have to find the best, whatever, that you can find me, best football game of all time, whatever, theoretically. And the other one's going to have to find the worst. I'm hoping these prompts work. It could be stuff that you know. It could also be more, I mean, we never go off topic on that shit. But it could be abstract. If I tell you to give me football games, it could be anything you want.
What's the qualifier? Best and worst, like universally seen, or like on an individual scale? What lens are you approaching from?
No qualifiers whatsoever. Make your case for why it is the best or worst in whatever way you think it's the best or worst. I wanted to start with some sort of bigger stuff that would definitely have some news coverage, and then we'll work our way down. But I'm interested if you guys know any stories. I know some funny stories about this. Mark, I would like for you to give me the best Olympic sporting feats or accomplishments. Wade, I would like you to give me the worst Olympic sporting feats or events or accomplishments that you can think of or know about.
I mean, am I going first?
This is kind of a free form. I know you're gonna have to think and maybe Google and look at stuff. So if you're ready, you may go.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah. So I'm gonna take the wind right out of Wade's sails, because the one
Right in
that
the
comes
plate.
to mind is very obviously the 1904 Summer Olympics.
Damn, Ozzy says the worst.
I know, but I'm gonna say it's the best because this is just nuts. I'm sure some people have heard about the story of the 1904 Summer Olympics, which took place in St. Louis. More specifically about the men's marathon. It was the most batshit insane marathon or event that's ever been taken place. I have to look at Wikipedia about it because I know Son's going to kill me because he's about to talk about this in the next episode. Hopefully he'll undercut it.
If you want to hear all this again, I guess, go listen to Go My Favorite Sports. It seems unnecessary, but if you wanted to listen to sports podcast.
I wasn't 100% sure if it was entirely true, but I heard that it was the organizer of the race ran it as a challenge to the conventional thinking that you needed water when you were running. Because the only sources of water, of which there were two, was a water tower at 6 miles into the race, which I don't know if that means that they had to turn the spigot on the water tower to get water, but there was technically a water tower 6 miles in, and then there was a well about halfway in at the 12-mile mark.
Some refreshing well water.
I say a marathon is easier than second half. That's what they say, right? Over the marathon is 24 miles. For those who The temperature was about
Got
90
something
degrees
funny.
Fahrenheit.
It's
It
Gino.
was roads. Dust was being kicked up the entire time. And so his ostensible reason was to conduct research on, quote, purposeful dehydration. This combined with poor officiating solar and with the worst ratio of finishers to starters, 14 out of 32 Olympics level runners finished the race with the winning time
Good
at
job.
3 hours and 28 minutes,
Good
which was
job.
exactly 29 minutes
Counting.
the slowest winning time. So third place was 3:29, which was 29 minutes slower than the second winning time. This race was fucking awesome. And I'm saying it's the best race because it's completely nuts in every possible way. And now there are extreme races, ultra marathons are ran all the time that live off of this legacy, pushing yourselves to the extreme. This is why it's great. I love it. Best ever. Like nobody competing. Sure. I want to make sure I'm on the same Olympic. Like, oh, the U.S.
Yes, the U.S. is the best, sure. That's what it says.
You
I
ready?
do also want to say, I know it's a different era, but I think it's funny to keep the context of
What?
Mark was like, these are Olympic level athletes. I'm pretty sure I got 89 Olympic level athletes. Like, I better see the doctor. And the doctor's like, we can smoke 2 packs a day. We can smoke 1. The extra good for your lungs. Make sure you can eat red meat.
Okay, but I don't know what you Americans are talking about. 3:28 is still, under those conditions, a very good time. So there are people that could run and read and run. Oh yeah, the read and run competition of 1904 was legendary.
The book-a-thon is a whole other event, Mark.
It actually is. There's a race, an ultra marathon, where it's like known to be the hardest slower. We might have talked about this, where you go in the woods and the directions are ambiguous. You have to carry a map with you, and then you have to reach landmarks that have notebooks in them that you have to write your name into to make sure that it's to this credit, and then navigate your way back through the unknown trail to get to the finish line. I think we'll do it tomorrow.
That sounds vaguely familiar. No, you're right. That is fast. Like the elite runners of today, men usually finish 2 hours 10 minutes ish. Women usually 2:15, 2:25. But like competitive runners who run, whatever months of 2.5, 3.5 hours is still looking good. It was still look pretty fast. But I don't think I can do that to win a marathon. I think.
And I'm presenting this as the best sporting event because it's pushing people to the extreme. It coincides with my character of novice is what so from my perspective, it's good, and I have a precedence of this movement.
Your sport's nowhere now. Well, Mark, still, I presume, right? There's no other bad Olympic stuff that's happened. Well, and what are you? So you're the worst of times.
Yeah, there's a lot of contenders here. 1904 was one. 1936 in Berlin, which I'm sure was held very fairly as a contender. But a lot of people, I think, would agree 1972, Munich Olympics were pretty awful. There was a terrorist group that kidnapped and murdered some of the Olympic players. The U.S. basketball team, I think, seemed to win. And then, I think it was against the Soviet Union.
Good.
For some reason, the game kept having to be replayed. And so the Soviet Union won. And ended. There was a field hockey game. I remember right, it was a really close game. And the umpire was seen as questionable, and some stuff with some really bad calls. Protesting like other players, the other team like protesting mid-game. The whole thing was a pretty big shit show with a bunch of cheating, murder, unfair calls, bias, pretty much baked in almost everything bad you can think of happened during 1972 Olympics. It was bad as 1904 was, as far as, not much competition. 1936 obviously was a lot of hostility during World War II. I don't know that they're as bad as Munich was in 72.
Was 72 a good year?
I have no idea.
Almost got him, Bob. Almost got him on that one.
Oh, another couple things about 72 I forgot to mention. Rhodesia, I think I'm pronouncing that right, was banned 4 days before the Olympics started. A panel was convened, and they were voted to be banned from the Olympics 4 days before the competition started. So they were like, yeah, we're in the Olympics, let's go. And they were like, we started in 4 days, sorry, you're out. At the end of the men's marathon, a German imposter entered the stadium. I had the actual winner from the U.S., and people were like cheering this guy winning the Olympics, and he wasn't even like in the right. Listen, it was all kinds of fucked, man. When you have to mention like murder during your Olympic Games and imposters and scandals and protests and all kinds of stuff, I think it's a bad year.
No, all the unfair sporting stuff is good. I mean, I think objectively the hostage situation and killings of people probably is a whole other level. But then I did ask for sporting feats and or sporting events, and you gave me just a long list. I think that was pretty bad, Wade. All the cheating, all the unfairness. The basketball game, that was just a crazy fluke of the rules back in the 70s. Totally unrelated. Just keep playing the last few seconds of the game until it happened right.
That was a while ago, but like it wasn't that long ago if you really think about it.
They were still throwing into apple baskets back then, Wade. You don't even know what the game was in the 70s. You don't even know. Wade wins that one. Doesn't really mean much to win that one, but I appreciate your tactic, Mark, and honestly, you almost had me, but Wade knows about some really bad stuff. But now we're going to switch it. Mark, it is the worst of times for you. Wade is the best of times for you.
I don't know if I like the qualifier. Wade knows some really bad stuff. I just want to throw that out there.
No, it's true. It's true. I'll give that to you. You know the bad stuff, man.
You know lots of bad stuff.
That's true. That's true. All right.
I'll make sure I write that down as a point specifically. Wow, I don't know how to write. Mark, you're the worst. Wade, you're the best. Not as people. That's your task for this one. New Year's Eve moments. Could be from Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, which has been a staple of American New Year's celebration for, 40 years or something. It could be from your own personal New Year's Eve party experiences. Could be something that just happened to have happened on New Year's Eve. Mark bad, Wade good.
This time I'm going to do some more research. I don't even have a starting point on this. Never experienced New Year's Eve. Did I watch the ball drop? Like, okay, it's 5 minutes, turn it on. Hey, Happy New Year, I turn it off. Back to us hanging out. Never pay attention to any of the festivities.
You're crowded into Times Square for 14 straight hours. Piss down your own pants leg just so you can stand there and soak it in.
No.
You never use New Year's as like an opportunity for self-improvement and...
No, never said.
To be fair, resolutions are for suckers.
I don't know the vast history of New Year's Eve or moments that have fallen into disaster. Surely there have been musicians who, in the cold, their voices cracked and whatnot. You know, probably at some point there was a ball drop that was mistimed and things didn't go quite right. But I don't think many is going to top. I'm not seeing a lot of movement from our boy Ninja trying to get the world's largest, what is it even called? The Backpack Kid Shuffle?
The flossing.
Flossing. The world's largest flossing. So I don't know if much is going to top that one. I mean, I'm sure Wade's got many mass casualty events spinning in his head.
I'm the best of times this time.
Well, you only know bad things,
but yeah, I gotta go with not seeing a lot of movement.
That, I gotta be honest, that is exactly the thing I thought of when I added this to my list of ideas. I have nothing personal against Ninja. I've never met him. I don't know him. I don't care for how he presents himself, and a lot of the stuff he has said and done online publicly. That was such a funny I'm in the same line of work as that guy, so I'm not talking like I'm better than him in any way at all. But at that moment, he was like on top of the world. He was huge. He was making millions. He was like the biggest thing on the internet. And as soon as you step outside of the bubble that is the internet into the real world, and he's standing up on that stage, and he's like, everybody knew that. And who's that guy? Why is a PA trying to get us to dance?
Yeah.
I don't want to dance. Nobody knew who he was. Soul and that whole crowd was like, Ninja! They were all like...
I have a little bonus one. Back in 1904, the Olympics Mark was talking about, that was also the first year of the New York Times Square New Year's Eve celebration. But here's one that I think has pretty big implication that I don't think people associate with New Year's Eve, and that's that on New Year's Eve, Thomas Edison revealed the light bulb for the first time.
Oh, was that bad for us?
I think I'm good, right? That's supposed to be good.
Oh no, that's right. You're good. Sorry. Mark bad. You good.
I really hope it's good for us. His face just spells misery, so you would think it might be bad, but I got 3 of them on me right now.
When I look at you, I just feel like I'm supposed to be getting bad news. Sorry. No, so yeah, that's good. That's a positive moment in human history.
You know, the light bulb's kind of a big historical moment.
I know this doesn't make sense, but I really would love to have a video of people's reactions to the electric light bulb for the very first time. Like, technologically speaking, I understand why that doesn't exist.
Have you ever seen the picture of the family listening to radio for the first time?
No.
It's not the first time anyone has.
No, it's just like their first time hearing radio.
Here, I'm sharing my screen. So if you're listening, it's a family of three. I believe this is a Soviet family. Well, it says a Soviet family listening to radio broadcast for the first time.
Listen, let me tell you right now. Okay, a new study shows that depo-provera birth control shot may significantly increase the risk of developing a brain meningioma. And if you don't know what it is, that is a common type of brain tumor. So if you have used depo-provera related to anything else with the brain meningioma, you may be eligible for a possible financial compensation. So click the link below and take a free 30-second quiz to see if you qualify. Now listen, after you submit the form, a legal agent will review your answers and they will contact you directly and discuss your case and your next steps. Take care of yourself out here, y'all.
Lemonade, pet, insurance. 3 words you've probably never heard used together. A drink, your best bud, and a necessary evil. Lemonade Pet Insurance is none of those things. It's an easy way to take care of your pet's health without worrying about how much it costs. Sit, stay, and we'll tell you how it works. Every pet is different, so Lemonade lets you customize your policy to give yours the coverage they actually need. Lemonade also offers preventative care add-ons to keep your pet healthy. Pro tip, the sooner you sign up, the more...
Soviet family listening to radio broadcast for the first time.
God, jeez. What happened? It looks like they're being tortured.
I wish this was higher resolution because the mother's face is just like this kind of haunted, drifting expression of like, good God, what's happening?
This looks like the scene out of a horror movie, like they're being wired up and electrocuted.
I totally buy that we all assume the reaction is everyone would just be like, whoa! Having never heard or seen any technology like this before, it's just as possible that these guys heard the radio broadcast and were like, ghosts! The demons! Or what, yeah, God knows what. I
wonder what they were listening to, because in my head they're listening to like Taylor Swift or something. I was like, well, that's probably not what they're listening to in 1928.
Put these in your ears. What? Hi, it's me, the problem, it's me. Hi. Whatever the fuck that song is, Taylor Swift music plays.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, they're not even like jamming, but I was like, wait, they're probably not listening to music, they're probably listening to just like somebody like, Dash, hello? Do you hear me?
It's like weird 90s like American Soviet Union humor. There's a guy who's just like, in Soviet Russia, car drive you. You're like, what the
So, I forget why you brought that up, but that's what that made me think of.
I was saying I would love to see a video. Exactly that kind of reaction is. I'm sure that there were some people who saw the light bulb and immediately were like,
someone took them to a pitch black room and they were like, I'm going to show you this light bulb. And they're like, I can't see anything.
But yeah, I mean, some of the reaction to the light bulb must have just been like, oh, he's a witch. Or, whatever. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, I mean, they've seen fire. Let's be perfectly honest. They've seen a candle before, so they get the understanding.
But this was tamed. This was tamed fire. It was contained in a glass tube. It didn't have any flames. It was pure. It was completely controlled.
I'm sure that there were many, fundamentalist kind of like people about that. But for the most part, from my understanding, is in most cities and stuff, people were always forward thinking and like, I can't wait to see where technology comes. When the train was invented, people were just like, there were a lot of people that were excited, just like we are today about technological advances. It's kind of the same. There are some people that are like,
you supposed to be laying down.
There's plenty of those people, but still to this day. But the majority of people are excited about technological advancements.
But people said that in the 1800s. 5G's giving me COVID. Yeah. Soothsayers.
I mean, probably there was someone that said, they said cameras stole your soul. Maybe that's the equivalent, right?
Dude, I got a lot of Horcruxes out there then.
Yeah, well, because we have a lot of pictures taken of us as you're
Yes, I see. But yeah, Thomas Edison, that's a big one. Roman Empire collapsed on New Year's Eve. I don't know if you see that as a pro or a con, but that's an interesting one too.
Is that true? New Year's Eve. Did they know when it collapsed? Because I thought there was always a mystery of why it collapsed.
So apparently, according to a paper in the Yale Historical Review, there was 10 years peace before the New Year's Eve of either AD 405 or 406 when a confederation of troops crossed the Rhine River, entered Rome and Gaul. Having already lost Britain and Spain, Roman military was still reeling from two hard-fought civil wars. The well-armed group of 80,000 people crossing the Rhine River encountered no resistance and was the end of the Western Roman Empire. Huh. I'm sticking with the light bulb one's what I was going with, but that's just a fun fact. That's interesting to me.
Weren't you the best of times on this one, Wayne?
That's why I said I don't know if you see Roman Empire as good or bad, but I think the light bulb's good. The light bulb is the one I'm considering. This was a list of positive events over years.
That's just an extra thing that happened on New Year's.
Yeah, I just found it interesting.
I respect it.
We're kind of doing a podcast, so my points are resting on Thomas Edison, but I'm throwing other shit out there.
Stay focused. That was a tough one because I already ahead of time kind of had one in mind that I thought I would like more than the others. I'm going to call that one as a tie. You both got multiple points for that one. Now, since Mark's disgruntled, I'll give Mark another point.
I like when complaining earns you points.
You must. It's your main strategy. Although it's not really fair to say that anymore because you haven't done that in a minute.
Give me a reason.
Mark, it was the best of times. Wade, it was the worst of times.
Zoos. What word did you just say?
Zoo. The zoo where they keep the animals.
Sounds like a Zeus.
Tell me about zoos.
Dude, what Mark's thinking, man. I'm the worst of time.
And there is a wrong answer to this one, but yes.
Harambe.
Wrong.
That was why what? It was good because of the memes?
Kinda. I mean,
dude, some idiot kid was jumping around look at me, I'm getting this man. And the gorilla was all I got you, fam. And people were it. And he was just chilling in my pen. And poor Harambe.
To be fair to all the zookeepers, have you ever seen those videos where it's it's a video from the perspective of a patron at the zoo who's just looking into the gorilla exhibit, and the gorillas are just fucking beating the shit out of each other it's scary to watch. They're just going at it. There's someone challenged the alpha or whatever. I don't know how the dynamic, but and the people are do something, and the zookeepers are just standing there what the fuck am I gonna do? You see what's going on in there? They'll sort this out. That's the life of the gorilla keeper. So
I get it. I get why it happened. It still just sucks. And it's Cincinnati, which adds to it. There was also a rhino. I don't know if you guys heard about this. 10 years ago, there was a rhino that got killed by poachers in the zoo.
Oh, karma. I feel like that's got to be a tough place to get the trophy out of.
Oh, I just said karma because I thought you said the rhino killed the poacher in the zoo.
No. Poachers came in there and killed a rhino in the zoo for
fucking dumbass rhino.
Near Paris. It was near Paris. Apparently it was in 2017.
Last of the endangered species, fucking refusing to mate ass rhino. That's just karma right there.
I'm gonna cut Wayne off before he can get too many points from all of his things.
Wait, I got more.
No. All right, it's ready for the best of times.
You say Harambe.
I want to defend the Cincinnati Zoo.
I knew it.
Because for those who don't know, Harambe was shot in the Cincinnati Zoo. But the Cincinnati Zoo is one of the best zoos in the world. Here's the thing. Cincinnati Zoo has been known as a very reputable, zoo that has an active program for breeding animals to save species starting as early as 1880. They were the first to a trumpeter swan in a zoo, as well as 4 passenger pigeons. It was also, in 1882, the first American bison was born in captivity. If you know about Fiona the hippo, you'll know that it's notably difficult to breed hippos in captivity. Cincinnati Zoo does it regularly. Fiona is very...
They already have a new baby after Fiona. Fiona's no longer the baby. Now it's Felix or something?
I thought you were defending Harambe. You're just defending the Cincinnati Zoo. Cincinnati Zoo is great.
Yeah, because Harambe was killed in the Cincinnati Zoo, and most people were like, oh man, it must have been there was a lot of jokes saying, whatever zoo it was must have been run down, but it's not. The Cincinnati Zoo, even today, has one of the most successful breeding programs in the world. They've earned the nicknames, according to the NBC News and USA Today, as the world's sexiest zoo, which I don't know about that.
You don't get horny when you walk around the Cincinnati Zoo?
It's embarrassing because I have a constant hard-on when I walk around the zoo. It's really awful.
Well, now it's explainable.
I see a sign that says reptile house that way, and I'm like, oh.
Here's the other crazy thing about the Cincinnati Zoo. It just expands beyond the animal care itself. Cincinnati Zoo has the largest publicly accessible urban solar array in the country.
What does publicly accessible mean?
Means that it ties into the public power grid.
Oh.
So not only, and this was in 2011 that they were known as the largest array. They had an expansion since then. So in 2011, they had 6,400 solar panels that were producing 20% of the zoo's energy needs, and then on sunny, cool days, they send it back to the utility company. They have done an expansion since then that has not only kept their ranking. I'm trying to get information on exactly what it is, but they broke ground on the largest publicly accessible urban solar array for an expansion to increase it by about almost double the size. It was originally a 1.56 megawatt solar array. It's going to be a 2.8 megawatt solar array when it's completed next year.
Yeah, well, do you remember they put that in when we were in college? We went to school, like the zoo is across the street from UC, basically. It's right there. It's all the covered parking lot that they have. That's all where the solar array is, I believe.
Which is such a smart thing.
One, it covers and shades the vehicles. Two, it prevents the asphalt of the parking lot itself from just becoming a heat sponge. A common problem in cities is that like cement and asphalt absorbs heat, and it just becomes like a radiative source of heat. Why cities are so hot? When it's hot in a city, even when the air temperature's not that hot, it's because all the shit around you absorbs the heat. All the buildings, all the streets covering parking lots not only converts that sun into electricity, but it prevents the heat soak from being as much of an issue. It's a whole thing. What a great zoo.
It's a great zoo. It's a fantastic zoo, and even though the incident with Harambe occurred there are still many, many notable achievements and great accomplishments that have occurred in the Cincinnati Zoo.
Bad things happen at every zoo. That one's just famous. Ever hear of Greater Wynwood Exotic Animal Park?
He doesn't get more. Why does he get more?
I'm cutting Mark off before he keeps listing good things about Cincinnati Zoo.
Go ahead, Wade.
What?
It was run by someone known as, I don't know, the Tiger King. Ever hear of Joe Exotic and his wonderful animal park?
I've got another good thing. The Tiger King. Providing entertainment when COVID was lockdown, it unified the nation. It unified the nation. His sacrifice and those tiger sacrifices.
Unless you were one of the tigers that got shot and buried in the dirt.
And there were probably more than one. Sacrifices kept America together.
Their sacrifice. Yeah, they nobly volunteered themselves.
I respect that, Mark. You get an American point, but I'm afraid Wade does get points for Tiger King. I think it's hard to argue anything very good happened in the Tiger King situation.
Yeah, that park is permanently closed. That's how good it was.
And fucking Carol Baskins.
Oh, sorry. It's going to be 4.55 megawatts. By 2024, which is this year. Yeah, they're doing crazy expansions. I love the Cincinnati Zoo.
It is a heck of a zoo. This is a weird thing to say, but we're spoiled for zoos in Ohio. The Columbus Zoo, which I grew up going to, the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium, Jack Hanna, our boy up in Columbus, one of the coolest zoos in the nation, I would say. Probably world renowned for some of the stuff that Jack Hanna did, outreach, and the aquarium in particular is very good, like high top caliber. The Cincinnati Zoo is even better, and I didn't admit this for a long time, but Mandy, being from Cincinnati, was always like, oh, the Cincinnati Zoo is way better, and I was like, it can't be. I grew up going to the best zoo in the world. I guess there's nothing else in Ohio, so people are like, well, build some habitats or something. Somebody can live here.
Let me throw this out there, which might help Mark, but Molly and I go to the Cincinnati Zoo every year for Festival of Lights, too. Around Christmas time, they do, like, the Great Light Exhibit.
Columbus does that, too. Both of the Christmas light displays in Columbus and Cincinnati are ridiculous.
There is nothing like having a hot chocolate walking around looking at, like, the lights and some of the animals and stuff in, like, the winter.
They even make the hot chocolate the shitty way, where it's just powder and water. It's still good.
It's the NBA on Friday. Thursday, the Rockets take flight against the Magic. Then,
They even make the hot chocolate the shitty way, where it's just powder and water. It's still good.
I don't even remember what the number is.
Let's do one more round. It's a tight race. Lots of points. Mark, who was worst at times? Wade. It was the best of times. YouTube moments. We all have YouTube channels. We're all sort of, to some extent, have been and still are tapped into like the YouTube community. None of us is this obsessed as some people are about stuff that goes on. But there are a lot of internet moments. I'll open it up too. It doesn't have to be YouTube. Like internet moments, right? Like things that stand out. Could be on other platforms or whatever.
You ever hear of Markiplier? Because what I'm going to mention is Numa Numa. Dude, so good.
Looking like that guy as much as I do in high school when that was really popular was not my favorite thing, I'm gonna be honest. But I did know the whole song back then.
Do you look like him? I mean, are you saying because of like...
I look like him. I'm a fat guy. I don't know. I'm a fat guy with glasses. We all look the same to everybody. People will look at me and be like, you look like Peter Parker. You look like, who's that other fat guy? You look like Drew Carey.
I would say, like, I could see Drew Carey with the glasses, because you guys have a similar glasses, like...
He doesn't wear these glasses anymore, and also, I don't wear these glasses usually. I'm not saying I don't look like these people, but anyone who's like a fat guy, everyone is just like, you look just like John Goodman.
I suppose, but, like, I learned about YouTube when that was popular, and, like, I thought that's what YouTube was. I thought it was, like, those silly moments that, like, South Park parodied.
Didn't that actually predate YouTube?
That wasn't even on YouTube first.
YouTube came out in 05.
06 or 07 when it started to get really popular.
Yeah, it wasn't really like a thing people went to until like late 06 or 07.
No, that was E-Bomb's World Era.
Yeah, E-Bomb's World and like just emailing each other shit back in the day.
Because I thought South Park was all like YouTube. It was parodying back with that stuff. It was so long ago.
It's like original indie like internet video culture, which, you know, a lot of it did come before. Like Star Wars Kid was again before YouTube.
Classic.
Chocolate Rain,
I believe was early YouTube, but I might be wrong about that. That actually.
No, I think he posted that on YouTube. Yeah, he still has a YouTube channel, actually.
Yeah, 2007 was Chocolate Rain. Then there's more beyond that. But the vast majority of that is early 2000s, from like 2003 to 2006. It's like you got your Albino Black Sheep, your E-Bombs World, your random ass internet sites that had video on them.
So stuff like the hamster dance website with the weird animation, or stuff like the badger mushroom.
That and You're the Man Now Dog.
Drunk Minecraft.
Oh, You're the Man Now Dog is still online. What the hell?
Really?
YTMND.com. Holy shit, it's still here.
Is there new stuff? Top view today with 268 views. Honk. I hope it's a ripoff of Meow and it's just a bunch of geese with human mouths just going honk.
I just clicked on the up and coming one. Is just the old bones full of green dust, and I'm like, man, God.
Okay, the original hamster dance is also one of the top things on today on You're the Man Now Dog with 184 views. You're the Man Now Dog is still one of the top things as well with 168 views, which is great. It's great. The classics.
I remember how cool I felt when I had a Facebook account, like junior year of high school. It was like only supposed to be the college kids, but I like found a way to make the account. It was like, dude, I'm on Facebook. It was like limited to college kids for a while.
Yeah, I did also. I got onto Facebook because a friend who had graduated and went to college like got me an invite or whatever. And it was like
I had to like fake a college whenever I was making my account. I was like, yeah, dude, I graduated from Duke.
That was back when it was called the Facebook. Until Justin Timberlake told the Zuck to get rid of the.
God, that is so loud.
Did you click on one of the things on You're the Man Now? It's so fucking loud.
That's one good thing people don't know about YouTube is they have volume normalization. So that's why the audio experience is consistent from video to video.
I remember when we were freshmen, 2007, living in the dorm together, so many late nights where I like had my headphones on my laptop or something, and I was just clicking through like Dig or something. I was clicking through websites, and something would come up like that, like a flash animation that would just be like 2 in the morning, and I'm just like,
dude, yeah.
God, fucking Jesus!
I still tell the story about whenever I was having trouble sleeping and I was trying different things to help me sleep, and I found like one of those like hypnotizing videos on YouTube, and I was watching. It was like a 10-minute video or whatever, and I was like, okay, this is kind of. And then it turned into like the Exorcist face screamer like at the end.
Oh yeah.
Really calm, quiet music for about 8 minutes, and just like that. Fucking lost my shit.
All right, that was Wade's best of times.
Okay.
Mark, it's the worst of times.
Obviously, there's like Adpocalypse. That's bad. There's the attempted Google Plus incorporation with YouTube. I feel like was just a completely devastating moment for YouTube because it made account management a nightmare. It made everyone who had a YouTube account had to sign up for a Google Plus account, and then you had this suddenly new social media that had no support and died almost immediately.
It was really awful.
There was the supposed bait and switch because all the Stadia features were going to come to YouTube so that people could actually like interact with your game if you're playing as you're streaming on YouTube. There was going to be a lot of features that were going to be incorporated into it. Never happened, and it's now replaced. If you've noticed on YouTube, you can scroll through it and there's like play this game instantly. Why would I want to do this? Why would I do this? And you can play games right there on the browser. But I'm going to say probably one of the worst that I think for YouTube is the still right now push for shorts. I don't mind short form content on YouTube. I just think that the whole mentality of pushing shorts as like a new medium in YouTube itself is detrimental in a few ways because it doesn't make any sense to me. From a business standpoint, it doesn't make sense to me. From a user experience standpoint, it doesn't make sense to me. As an option, people can and already did upload short form content on YouTube. The thing about it is it is much harder to monetize. It is exceptionally harder to monetize for YouTube. I'm not talking about the creators. I'm looking at this purely from a business standpoint. If I'm like YouTube, it's harder to monetize, and it takes attention away from your more monetizable content. So if I'm YouTube, what happens when more of your hardware and bandwidth and costs and expenses go towards this thing, trying to develop for it? You are an inferior product to TikTok. You are simply doing it because it is popular on TikTok. But TikTok does not have a long form. Technically, you can upload longer videos, much in the way that YouTube can upload shorter videos, but there's a preference for it. So you want to specialize for your preference. And also, YouTube has come to your advantage because longer videos can be monetized way more easily with your already robust advertisement system, right? So you're ham-fisting this feature in there, and you want people to use it for what reason exactly? It's taking away money from you. It's creating shorter and shorter user experiences. And also, it's kind of detrimental to the actual main product that you have, and it makes it just a complicated experience for everyone involved.
I don't have the data to back this up, but I imagine their goal is to get people off of TikTok and back on their platform. And maybe people that watch short form content are only going to watch short form content anyway, so at least they're on YouTube instead of TikTok. And maybe people that are going to watch long form are going to stick to long form.
But it doesn't benefit them. If it doesn't make money, which short form doesn't, that's a problem TikTok and every other platform is facing. Reels don't make money. TikTok doesn't make money. Shorts don't make money.
Maybe they're hoping it'll translate to people that make shorts. It's like you like that person's shorts, they'll go and watch their other video. I don't know. I can't tell you what the data backs up, but like my thought process is it's better on our platform than someone else's.
And that's the thought process they have, but at the same time, it's to the detriment of the main product. They're always going to be an inferior product. Shorts are always going to be an inferior product to TikTok, unless TikTok does something completely upside down, which companies have done that before, where they just like, they lose their mind and lose the plot. That's currently what YouTube is doing, and so it leaves an opportunity for their main product. This is the Adobe situation, where it's like you have your main product. If you don't back that up and constantly try to pivot to new features, you lose the plot, and you create an opportunity for your entire thing to be shut down. And I still think, and people know this, people on TikTok know this, everyone knows this, I still believe that YouTube, in terms of their video, is the best way for you to get your creativity out there and potentially make a living off of it, if that's your goal. I don't believe that should be everybody's goal, because the robust system with which it is monetizable, and the robust protections and features that enable you to make whatever you want to make. There are more hoops that you have to jump through to get into there, and obviously you have to find success, but there aren't as many roadblocks. And I think that is actually something that is nice, because with TikTok and the creator fund on TikTok, people found out, oh, that runs out, and when it runs out, we all get less, and they get to decide how much less. I see the disadvantage here.
As a general strategy thing, I would equate this to being like, we live in a world where Tubi survived, which, if you don't know what Tubi was, it was like a shorter form, but still like television type thing. But it was like you could watch it in vertical or horizontal.
Oh, Tubi's still around. Quibi.
Oh no, Quibi. Sorry, Tubi. Sorry to be offensive to you, Tubi. No, Quibi. That's right. And it would be equivalent to like if Netflix saw Quibi and was like, "Oh, we should have stuff in that format," and Netflix tried to like implement that. Obviously, Quibi didn't succeed. We're ignoring that fact. But if it was a good format, the way that TikTok in short form is a totally legitimate format, and like get why people like it, there's no reason for Netflix or in the real world YouTube to dip into that. Like you said, it's always going to be worse. And the other thing is, it doesn't convert. The analytics consistently show people do not come to YouTube, watch shorts, and then be like, "Oh, I'm going to watch this 40-minute video." People are either looking to watch 5 seconds of something at a time, or they're looking to watch a video that's like 10, 20, 40, an hour long, whatever. You don't just magically convert people who want TikTok into wanting long-form content. And nothing that YouTube is doing is like, "Oh, well, this will bring people..." It maybe keeps them off TikTok, but it doesn't help YouTube. It's a waste of resources. They could do much cooler stuff if they just made YouTube better at what it does.
Other cool moments, or other bad moments, I don't know if they're good or bad. Is planking good or bad? That was a thing. ALS Ice Bucket Challenge was a good one. Rick rolling could be seen as good or bad, but that was a fun time.
Still going.
Remember the dress? That wasn't really YouTube, but like the dress, was it red and gold, or is it black and blue?
I think he's just listing random internet things now.
He said internet, Bob. Qualified at internet.
I did open it up to any internet things.
Any internet things? I just want to throw them out there, not even for points, but just for the sake of discussion. I think those are fun things to remember.
I'm gonna give Mark points for anything you say from here on out.
Okay, cool. Let me throw out also the Gangnam Style and What Did the Fox Say?
Ooh, What Did the Fox... have you guys seen the other songs that Elvis, the guys who did What Did the Fox Say made?
No.
You should look up Stonehenge. What's the meaning of Stonehenge? It's a whole music video. It's a similar type of comedy song. Very worth it. Very funny. One of my favorites. Mark, points for Stonehenge.
Thank you.
Good and bad. Good, bad.
Good and bad, thank you.
Both of you. Good. Even though bad. Shall we do the points then?
Only if I won.
I'll just go ahead and read the points. Mark, you got points for Adobe sued, shareholders happy, Upside Down Solar, Arrow Solar Tech, Scam Battery Backup, 1904 Olympics, not seeing any movement, disgruntled, Harambe but better, what I wrote down. America, Adpocalypse, Google plus YouTube plus Stadia equals bad. YouTube Shorts, what the fuck, and also, what meaning Stonehenge, for a total of 14 points, Mark. Wade, you got points for inventing the video Meow, having way with word, Sleepy Poopy, trusting him, unfair Olympics, Wade knows bad things, Tommy Ed Bulb, Thomas Edison light bulb, got it, Tommy Ed Bulb.
Tommy Ed Bulb.
Roman Empire with a sad face next to it. Harambe, just normal Harambe. Tiger King, Numa Guy, You're the Man Now Dog, E-Bombs World, Ice Plank Roll, which I think is Ice Bucket Challenge, Planking, and Rick Roll, all in one line in 3 words for whatever reason. Which gives you a total, even though that was a lot of words I just read, of only 13 points somehow.
Yeah, I really feel like these points were sparse on this end.
I will say some of these clearly did not get points written down for them, and I couldn't tell you why. I wrote the word and decided that was adequate scorekeeping, and it's all here on this piece of paper.
This feels like the time that I should throw a challenge flag, but like also at the end I was like, yeah, I'll just throw stuff out. You can give points to Mark, so I guess I can't really fight it. No.
Anyway, congratulations, Mark.
Thank you.
About time. Wait, were we trying not to let Mark win or something? Did I forget?
No. It's just I haven't won in a bit, so I'm trying to...
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since you won. I gotta be honest.
It's been so long.
Well, you deserve this, Mark. Winner speech?
Yes, I would like to say, everyone please subscribe to my YouTube channel. New videos every day.
A new 3 Scary Games came out.
Yeah, it did. That's all. That's it. I win.
Alright, wait. Loser speech?
Should have won, should have fought and complained more, but honestly, I'm just still thinking about the Olympics. I don't know why.
The good Olympics or the bad Olympics?
Check out the Cincinnati Zoo. People are always asking, like, hey, we're coming to Cincinnati. Anything we should do? Yeah, check out the Cincinnati Zoo. It's actually pretty cool. It's one I never think to mention, but I should. Subscribe to Markiplier's.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
We're trying to help it grow.
Alright, well, thanks everyone for watching on Spotify or listening anywhere else. Make sure you subscribe to Markiplier on YouTube. We have merch, Distractables. Oh, fuck, I was saying funny for this. Distractablestore.com, that's the one.
We're trying to get .gov, but, like, not yet.
Approval's tricky on that one.
I really wanted it to be a .edu, but there's Rules.
Come to Distractable College, where we'll teach you. Do you think instead of a movie theater, we could get a college?
Yeah. Oh, actually, someone said that there was a school up for sale.
Oh, I saw that. No, in like Dayton or something. There's a school that's going to business show. I don't know if I want Dayton.
We'll call it the Education Center for Distractible Lads and Lasses.
Lassies.
Lassies.
Podcast out.
I like being on the winning team. Yeah. That's why I switched to Google Pixel. Gemini, help me come up with a race win speech that sounds like it came from me.
You'd say something like, thanks.
Epic.
Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractable. This episode, wavering away detects takes and initiates an inquiry about it beeping at the uncanny valley. Named Mark massages his manliness with special suggests some testes. Billowy Bob of the Butthole Sun instantly betrays his buddy, roasts the rabbit, and annihilates atrocious AI. From mystery myocardial mishaps to helpful Houdinis. Yes, it's time for It's Mark's Birthday. Part 2. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Distractable. I'm today's host, Wade. Why? Because I could remember things a little bit better than Mark last week, what we were supposed to learn from Bob. But if he asked us again right now, I'm joined, but I just mentioned them, Mark and Bob.
Hello.
Hello.
I remember several of the answers because it was really fucking funny.
Do you remember the battle in
the Battle of Hastings?
Okay, you're just gonna give him the answer, man.
No, that's Hadrian's Wall.
Oh yeah, no, the wall, right.
What do I do if my arm hurts?
You turn it off and on again?
Get an icy hot?
It's weird. My left arm hurts.
Sleep on it funny? You punch it?
I don't know. It kind of hurts to move it around a bit or something. I don't know. It's like I got restless arm.
Was it SpongeBob that had an episode where he had like the arm that was just like doing its own thing, carrying him around places? What show was that?
Rocco's Modern Life.
Was it Rocco?
Sure. It's actually, Hey James Franco.
Someone out there knows what I'm talking about. It had like the anchor tattoo, big buff arm. Was it Rick and Morty? Because then they go into like the Mad Max area and they're like fighting and killing people with it. I think it was Rick and Morty.
Honestly, I don't know anything outside of like the first season of Rick and Morty. To be totally honest.
Yeah, I don't watch it. Anyway, what do I do? My arm hurts. It doesn't really hurt. It's more like it's like a discomfort.
Does it hurt like your bone hurts or like your muscles hurt?
It's like a deep dropping vein pain, you know? Like it's pressure. Also feels like an elephant sitting on my chest.
Sounds like a fucking heart attack.
Oh no, you're probably fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
How's your breathing? Is that normal?
I kind of like it hurts to breathe deep.
Do you feel your shoulder?
Huh? Yeah, I feel it. I feel it really good. Not good, but I feel a lot.
Does Wade not get what we're not saying, or are you in on this? I can't tell.
That's a good question, I guess. I'll give you a point for not saying it.
I gotta say, Wade, it's important that you know what Mark's hinting at.
Yeah,
it's very important. It's for all of us. Me especially, but all three of us.
Yeah, my intention is only to
Because if
worry
you
the
having a
audience
fucking heart
for,
attack,
the random reasons that I make them worry.
Do you know what left arm pain and chest tightness means, Wade?
I know what left shoulder numbness means.
Oh.
Okay, what does that mean?
Isn't that whenever you are about to have a heart attack?
We're closer though.
Left shoulder numbness is maybe also part of it. The more obvious ones is if your left arm pain and chest tightness, not numbness.
Left arm pain and numbness. The numbness is part of it.
But more specifically, the pain and such is.
Nah, you know what? That's good enough. He's young. He's fine.
Yeah, no, I don't know why, but I've had like this, it's not pain and it's not a heart attack. Everybody, I've checked and I have a physical schedule because ever since I got shingles, I've been paranoid because they say it stays to one side of the body, but they say in super rare cases it can jump across to the other side of the body.
You would have seen that though. Shingles are big.
Well, are we talking like tile or asphalt?
I was thinking the new solar roof shingles, you know, so it can generate electricity as I...
You got the Tesla shingles.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, but, you know, damn, I just got them. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, but, you know, damn, I just got the pox shingles.
Well, and you had to spray paint. You had to water your solar panels.
Yep, it didn't work. So Amy bought a mop, and I'm gonna go up there and want to mop my solar panels.
So what you really want to do is get a pressure washer and put the highest pressure nozzle on. It will not damage the solar panels, almost guarantee it, but that'll get them clean.
Use that spray you put on your windshield that keeps the water from like...
Oh yeah, you should rain-X your solar panels. That'll fix it.
Okay, alright, I like that. That doesn't help my shoulder though.
But I can't do anything for that. Take some aspirin.
Sorry, doctor. You should pain-X your shoulder.
Is there such a thing as restless arm syndrome? Because that's what it feels like. It's like I can't relax my arm. Also, I'm so out of shape, I had a horrible awakening of how out of shape I was.
Restless arm syndrome, RAS, is a variant of restless leg syndrome that causes a feeling of discomfort in the upper limb. Symptoms can include aching or burning, urge to move the arm, involuntary jerky motion, tingling, numbness.
Is it worse at night or when you're trying to relax?
I might have restless arm
Like sleep disturbances or loss of sleep?
Oh, yeah.
legs don't
Well,
feel
no,
as
no,
much
it's just
when
like right
arms-
now.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I'm super out of shape. I did about 25 squats last Friday, and my legs are still incredibly sore. I have to hobble around the house. I don't know how this happened. I used to be a very in shape kind of person. This is no longer the case. And then yesterday I rode my bike. I finally got on the old e-bike again. And then I rode my sweet custom Super 73 around town.
Which we all got for being on the best podcast on earth.
Absolutely. It was exhilarating, and then until I had to go back uphill, then it was less exhilarating, even at the highest, setting of assistance. The hills in LA, they do be hilling. They hill, so that was unpleasant.
I'm less in shape than you are, generally, and at any given moment in our lives. I think that's always been true. But I had that one time I did a workout and had exactly what you're describing. Yeah, I did like a bunch of lunges and squats, and it was like heavy leg workout. I was sore for like 2 weeks. It was the weird, because I always get sore after a workout. That's normal, especially if you're not in shape. But that was like, I thought I was dying. I couldn't walk for a few days. I don't know what that means. Are you magnesium deficient or something? Do you need more?
I don't know, probably not getting enough protein. I don't know, something like that.
You need more butthole sun? How much butthole sun do you get?
Not enough. Not enough. Not enough.
What about blood of the youth? Have you got any blood of the youth transfused lately?
I've gotten actually a higher than average amount of blood of the youth, but I just think that it might not be enough. I think I gotta youth it up a little more.
Maybe they weren't young enough. You need more youthiness.
Yeah, okay, how young do you think?
Well, I mean, as young as you can get, I guess. I don't know.
Fresh? Yeah, fresh? You thinking fresh?
Fresh would be ideal.
Well, what if it gets mixed in with, the old blood around it?
No, there's a blood barrier. As long as you get it from the right sort, you can't do that. It's fine.
Anyway, yeah. So no shoulder solutions? I know. I got this cream with a lot of camphor in it.
What's that?
It's camphor.
Oh, okay.
For your cams.
Say it louder.
Camphor.
No, that makes sense because your bottom half, like your legs and your glutes and stuff, those are your yams. So it makes sense. Your arms and your shoulders are your cams.
I could go get that, but then I'd have to leave this small talk and I could lose some points and a handshake could happen, so I can't.
We won't. Handshake that we won't.
Handshake that we won't?
I offer you a handshake deal that we will not offer. Are you?
Oh, there we go. All right, I'm going to go get my camphor.
All right. Wait, do you want to make a handshake deal?
That's good, man.
I don't know. It should be something funny, though. What a dummy. He left.
I just give you a point from now on every time Mark brings up the shoulder the rest of this episode.
Every time Mark is suspicious that we made a handshake deal, that give me a point.
Okay, I can do that.
You know he's gonna continue to spit now where he makes that face he made very well. This is just giving Mark what he deserves.
Hey, I got it?
No.
Alright, I got my camphor.
Does that count, Wade?
No, don't do that. Don't do that thing where you're like, does that count? Oh, I think that was one. Oh, that was two. Okay, all right.
I think that was 2.
Yeah, okay, all right. I don't believe you. I got 2 of 2, and I'm gonna do my shoulder up real good. So don't.
Editors, put in that sexy song.
Oh, was that 5? Oh, that's 5, isn't it? I better not be actually falling into something. I swear.
No, well, I could tell you we didn't make a handshake deal while you were gone, Mark. We didn't. It's on video. You can watch for yourself later.
This apparently has full spectrum hemp flower extract.
Is your shoulder getting high?
Maybe that's why your arms are doing whatever it wants. Your arm's high as fuck right now.
What in the fuck are these ingredients? Butyrospermum.
Oh, beauty sperm.
See
My
that before.
sperm's gotta be so pretty.
No, you're spreading beauty sperm on your skin.
Okay, so which one would I like here? Immortal Consequences fits that spicy paranormal romance vibe you're looking for.
How did we just hear?
Babies don't ever stop.
Where was that
And
picture
behind
music?
them is an unstoppable Pampers 360 diaper with up to 100% leak-proof fit. Because they're...
He's so pretty.
No, you're spreading beauty sperm on your skin.
Well, I'm just gonna put it to good use, I guess.
If it works, it works.
If it works, it works. Look, I don't care where this horse semen came from. I want it on my arm.
You put enough of those on your shoulder, you'll be ready to swim in no time.
Sorry, everybody gotta get under, you know? Yeah, sorry. Oh, my bad, everyone. Just gotta make sure I really get the spot. It's so sore. It's so sore.
Well, actually, Mark, while you've got your arm available, can you tell me, do you happen to know which way the library is?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
That way?
You can lie for the bit. Doesn't have to be real life accurate.
Well, why would I give you wrong directions? Just because I'm flexing doesn't mean I want to mislead you.
You're smart and strong, okay?
All in all, I'm really hoping that I don't have the mysterious rare case of shingles crossing over, because I looked up and apparently there's a shingles vaccine, but you're only allowed to get it if you're over 50.
Can't you just buy it and have someone put it in there? Why? What kind of rule is that?
I couldn't get Bosley if I was 35 or 40.
Well, who would need that before they were 35 or 40? That's what I say. Was that one?
Anyway, so was that my small talk?
Probably. What else could you have going on? You're not making a movie anymore.
I'm trying to avoid food coloring of all types.
So you only eat beige food now? Where do you buy non-colored tomatoes?
Do you think that do they color fruit?
I'm sorry, do you mean you're trying to avoid artificial food coloring?
Yes, sorry. Yeah, artificial.
Okay, sounds like all food has color, Mark.
You're right.
What are you eating, squid ink?
Well, it does now, but back in the 40s and 50s, it was in black and white.
For the listeners, I'm pointing away as if he's made a good point. I'm like, huh?
There's nobody. As soon as they heard you were flexing on camera, everyone tuned into the video.
You guys can flex too. So sad. Like, what if you look so sad?
Man, I look like I'm 50. I'm bald. What do I have to flex about?
By body weight, you probably have more muscle than I do.
You probably have a better bicep flex than I do, Wade. Like, you and Mark are in competition, but I guarantee you have a better one than I do.
That's decent. Like,
yeah, flex. Do it.
I gotta save that for later to keep people tuned in.
There, I'll go first. My right arm is my bad arm, by the way.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That's it.
Where I'm at, the library is over there.
What?
You're gonna want to look. You're gonna want to take a left.
That's where the regional branch is over there. But if you want the large...
Was that a thing full of liquid dumping onto a thing powered by electricity, or are we good?
No, it's a light, fella. I've got this light bar.
I was really hoping mid-scream it would just be the old... Frozen. Mark is disconnected.
That's really tingly, the Cam 4.
Tingling is probably good.
Are you having numbness? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's super numb. Actually, it's like this has Cam 4 3%, menthol 10%, methyl salicylate 10%. What's that?
Salicylic acid?
It's a topical analgesic.
I gave you 1 heart attack point, Mark. If you actually have one on camera, I'll give you 10.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
It's piss pants too. Can we make an official rule that if we have a heart attack on the street, it's not a guaranteed win. It's just points.
It's like catching the snitch. You get 100 points and the game is over.
Yeah, if you have a technological or physical emergency on camera while we're doing this, sure, you get points.
Technological too? Well, that's too easy.
Well, like if you spill something and ruin your computer and you go out, you're like, and you're just go to blackness, yeah, I'm totally give you points. As long as it's not to the point where we lose the footage, we have to get it uploaded.
That's just annoying.
I feel like Mark's done a lot of the small talk. Bob, you got some small talk stuff going on?
Guys, good news. My Rabbit R1 has been shipped. The future will be in my hands in mere days.
If you say rabbit, I think of the thing you put on your TV to get cable.
Those are rabbit ear antennas. That's different. The Rabbit R1 is the future of AI technology.
Is that? No, that's not that pin thing. We talked about it.
No, the pin is called the... The Rabbit is the little orange one.
The Humane.
The Humane AI pin, yeah. The Rabbit R1 is the little orange box that's designed by those people who make cool designs. College engineering, or teenage engineering, whatever that company's called.
Good old teenage engineers.
Yeah. Anyway, the joke is, did you guys hear about all the announcements that Apple made at their WWDC event?
Yeah.
They essentially just made the Rabbit R1 and similar type boxes completely pointless because Siri's just going to do all that shit now. That's the joke I was making. But I'll have it soon, and it might be able to order me DoorDash, and apparently can't get you Ubers, even though it says it can get you an Uber.
I don't even know what it is.
So what can it do that your phone can't do?
It's a little discrete AI assistant thing that connects to the internet over Wi-Fi, is separate from your phone. It doesn't interface with your phone. It's just a discrete little AI assistant. And if you ignore the fact that it doesn't do almost any of the very small number of things that it's advertised as being able to do, if it worked as advertised, it would essentially be like what everyone wishes Siri could be, where you can just be like, hey, I've got to add a meeting to my calendar for Thursday and like book travel or something. And it would take input like that and be like, I've added this to your calendar. I've scheduled an Uber that will get you to your meeting, 15 minutes early, blah, blah, blah. It's like a little, is Mark frozen or?
Oh no, I was reading. No, I'm fine. Keep going. What's wrong?
I'm just always afraid you're frozen now.
There's a T-Rex looking at him. He's holding very still.
No, but it's like it's like a personal assistant, but instead of a human being, it's an AI that lives in a box. But if you look at any of the reviews for it, in particular, MKBHD has a very funny review, but all of them are good because all the reviews are people being like, oh, it's cool, it's a little plasticky, it's orange, it's cool design, and then they try and use it, and it's only currently supposed to work with Spotify.
At this point, you're probably not avoiding therapy because of stigma. You're probably avoiding therapy because you've become very good at coping. So,
only currently supposed to work with Spotify, DoorDash, Uber, and maybe one other thing are the only apps it's like integrated with. And all of the examples of people trying to do stuff, they'd be like, order me tacos on DoorDash. And it's just like, oh, I can't do that right now. Go to DoorDash.com if you want to order DoorDash. And like stuff like that. It's just comically.
I clicked on a review from The Verge, and the top line is just, all the Rabbit R1 does right now is make me tear my hair out.
Wade, I love how whenever you say something, like The Verge is a very well-known website that a lot of people go to. I'm not saying it's like reputable, I don't know what their quality of reporting is, but anytime you say any company, it's like it's Apple says this, or there's some company called Microsoft that believes that,
Guys, I found this new thing. It allows you to type questions into the internet, and then it gives you websites it thinks are related to what you're looking for. It's called Goggles.
Oh. Wait a minute.
Jeeves still exists. It's called Jeeves now. Or is it Ask now? I picked the wrong word.
Well, I've never heard of Verge. Okay, I thought The Verge was like the show hosted by like Whoopi Goldberg and some other ladies.
The Verge was, I think, a show.
Stupid as hell.
Was Whoopi Goldberg on it?
No, The View is the one you're thinking of. But The Verge was essentially... Anyway, look, not important.
Okay.
I never know. Sometimes I'm afraid to like name a website or something. You guys will be like, don't mention that, it's so bad. You can't even say the name out loud or Rumpelstiltskin will appear. When have we ever done that? You haven't yet, but I'm always careful in case you will.
Alright, you got a point. You got a point.
I gotta compare it. Like, there's this other website called Wired.
Can't be trusted.
They said, Rabbit review, skip.
Anyway, it was just a joke because it's not artificial intelligence, it's Apple intelligence when Apple does it. They announced a bunch of AI features type stuff.
Well, have you thought about getting one of the AUIs, artificially unintelligent?
I still don't get why we all just as a species skipped right over virtual intelligence and just decided to change the definition and put AGI as the next level. Virtual intelligence is such a great way to label it. It's such a perfect encapsulation of what it is, because it's not actually intelligent, it's a virtualization of intelligence.
Well, if you tell people you're selling something that's not AI, they'll be like, If you tell them it's AI, it's like, oh, see, AI's got like a negative connotation now, but like 5 or 10 years ago, man, if you said you had cutting-edge artificial intelligence, that would have been like, holy fuck, how'd you do it? If you said you had virtual intelligence, people are like, dude, this guy down the road has AI in his coat pocket. He like opened up his jacket, he's like, you want some AI? They pulled out a bottle of AI. I was like, oh my god, I've got AI now.
Dude, we wish AI had a negative connotation. Even, Apple is behind the game on this, right? Because the like OpenAI and other things have been out for quite a while, quite a few years now. But even for Apple, they're jumping in. They have like one of the things Apple announces. They have a thing where you can generative AI make emojis on the fly. They're called Genmojis. So you could be like, make me an emoji of a lizard drinking a beer on the toilet, and it'll just generative AI you a picture thing that you can then use as an emoji. One, that sounds stupid, but if people use that, whatever, that's fine. Two, even Apple is jumping the gun on AI, being like, oh, we can't get left that far behind. Apple, the company who introduces features that have been on Android for over a decade as new features, is already like, well, we gotta have AI. Get some AI in this. It's not good. It does not have a negative enough connotation that so too many companies are still putting AI into everything. Like it's good and like it works and like it's a ready for the market type of product. It's not.
It's really not. And what's fascinating is like the whole Google thing. Everyone knows about the bad Google results, but I think we're starting to see the plateau, which is I think we all knew was kind of coming. The plateau in terms of progress, in terms of the machine learning models, and like it suddenly hit the wall of like, oh, we don't have the hardware to make it any better, bonk, and then it's waiting for the new generations of hardware, but those don't exactly come that fast according to how fast things have progressed, because Stable Diffusion 3 released publicly, whatever you want to call that release that they did.
Sure.
But they made a new model that was available to everybody, and it is better at understanding what you're telling it to do, but its results are actually worse, especially of people. If you do, the infamous example is, wait, let me see if I can pull one up for you guys and share.
Describe it for the listeners, Mark.
Imagine your imagination is a machine learning model, your Stable Diffusion 3, and I tell you to generate a picture of a man laying in a field of grass, very green grass, black button-down shirt, and blue jeans and white shoes. So, Stable Diffusion, if you try to do that, it has made the ones on the right, I think the one on the left is like an older version of it, but the ones on the right are the newest version of it. The shoes are up at the top of the picture, but still with the soles pointing down. Then two legs, I guess, emerging from the bottoms of the shoe.
From the soles of the shoe.
From the soles of the shoe, going down, some wrinkles in the fabric, a large bulbous...
You wear contacts is about to change your entire life. I've been ordering my lenses from 1-800-Contacts, and honestly, I didn't realize ordering could be this easy. I always run out at the worst time. My prescription expires.
So that's my list. Soles of the shoe.
From the soles of the shoe, going down, some wrinkles in the fabric, a large bulbous...
It looks like a black button-down shirt from behind, maybe?
A really big dick. I'm not seeing that. In the middle one, the big bulge in the middle of the two legs?
Maybe.
I mean, that's like a collar or whatever, but sure, yes.
And then the head sticking out from what would be the neck hole, but the top of the head is sticking out from the neck hole. And then this lady's hair as a beard draped down below her decapitated head. The one on the right is about the same. If I described something...
It's the same, but it's a guy's head.
Basically the same thing on the right with the guy's head.
It kind of looks like, the one on the right looks like an actual person was, like, laying on the grass, and then someone, like, shoved something in and started sucking their, like, body out and started, like, compressing, and then the clothes were kind of left behind, and then, like, the hair shoved someone else's head and neck into their face, so there's just, like, the hair and then the face jutting out from that?
It's a little guy climbing out of a bigger, full-sized human costume. And it's like a all-in-one costume. He's climbing out the face hole.
Or he's just got a lot of chest hair, just a lot. He looks like a Calvin Klein model's face. The one in the middle kind of looks like Angelina Jolie's face.
Yeah, so people are upset because the vast majority of people that use Stable Diffusion use it for making people with most likely less clothing on. But this isn't working, and
dude, I want to see a naked body formulated in that way. What the shit? It's just all knees and dicks.
For us. Oh my god. Well, your wish is my command.
Everyone, what you're about to see is nothing because we can't show it. Never mind.
What the hell?
It's like body horror, but also somehow body comedy. Oh, it's Stable Diffusion 3. I see what they did there. SD3. This is the quality you can expect.
Anyway, so I think we're starting to hit that diminishing returns threshold.
I wonder if like they kept training it and it started to hit patches of like data that had masks on it to corrupt AI training inputs or something, or what? Like,
it's possible. Also, they probably tried to like train some of the more explicit things out of it. So for safety reasons, they would probably try to eliminate some of the things from the training data, or at least mask out things that would be not safe for work.
That's true. I had a great uncle who was killed by boob.
Which one?
Left or right?
Oh, left boob.
Of course.
Left boob.
Anyway, so I'm not saying that it's going to get worse from here, but I think what you see is a lot of these companies just rush to implement these things, and there's just problems with it, and it's not going to get better as fast as it had in the past.
Just wait for USD4. Unstable, right? We're going to now.
I thought you were talking about universal scene description.
I thought you were talking about currency 4.0 and the future of the US dollar.
You guys know too many things for my joke. Could you guys be dumber so I could make a joke?
Whatever he's talking about, whatever joke, punchline he's looking for, it's related to whatever was just said and nothing else ever.
Yes.
Got it.
Anyway, I'm going to reel this in a little bit.
Okay, Mark got to do small talk for like an hour and a half, and then he also...
You brought up that was all you!
He also took over my small talk to tell you. The Stable Diffusion thing was 100% Mark.
Well, no, that wasn't you. I guess that's true. You were the rabbit.
Well, I was just throwing it in there. I didn't know it meant that much to you.
Also, my life is a tragedy. We got our car wrapped, a very nice purple wrap, and somebody dinged it with their door today, so that was a big tear in the wrap thing. We've had it for less than 2 weeks, so...
I was going to say you were just excited about getting that done.
Look upon me with pity. My very nice car has got a very surprisingly expensive vinyl wrap on it, and it's damaged now. Life is unfair.
I'm sorry.
That sucks.
That was my personal small talk. It's fine, but I was upset about that.
Another thing that might cheer you up, that's a TikTok update. Have you seen the latest trend of using like some whatever AI like video generator?
Yes,
that got released
to extend vines or to turn meme pictures into videos. I fucking
that's
love
cool.
it.
It's so
like
funny.
that.
Did you see the 9+10 one?
No, I don't.
That one's actually horrifying. I think I just gotta pull it up on my.
I could probably find it if it's actually on TikTok.
Oh shit.
Like, it's actually terrifying. I don't know why.
I love it.
Yeah, what the AI usually does is have the person turn immediately and then someone else walks into frame. That's how all these kind of like template out to be. But that one worked particularly well. I love the lighting in it and how it actually like captured it.
No, have you seen the one of the little girl standing in front of the house on fire? And then it zooms out a little bit and then it pans over to a couple of firefighters who are just like... That one is also a very good outcome, but yeah, those are fucking amazing. I love it.
Good small talk. Everyone got lots of points for small talk. I'm going to get mine to save for another episode, and I'm going to jump into... Okay, I've got a couple things to talk about. I don't think it's time to get to them all. But I have a question. Have you guys all played, at some point in your life, some variation of a Dungeons & Dragons game? Like a tabletop RPG of some sort? Any tabletop RPG, yeah.
Sure. Yes.
Yes.
You guys are aware of health potions. or even video games on the app too. Do you think a health potion would work the same, worse, stronger, and/or faster if butt chugged?
It would have to work faster and be slightly more effective, I think.
Agreed. Straight to the source.
Come along with me to see what I spend in a day as a college student. After getting ready this morning,
They're
I
gonna
went to my
have to.
favorite coffee shop and grabbed a coffee. Of course, I used my Venmo debit card and it cost me $6.
Should have.
To work faster and be slightly more effective, I think. It wouldn't grant additional effects, but butt chugging it would get the magic into your system or the whatever chemicals in your system just more effectively.
Because I tweeted this out, and I've had discussions with like my D&D group about it. Some people,
Okay.
there's like a very staunch number of people that are
Not
just like,
far off.
keep the brand pure, we must not have butt chugging. Do you know what my book says? It says, imbibe, which means drink the potion.
It depends. Okay, because this is magic, right? It's magic.
And so that's debatable. Sometimes health potions are magical, sometimes they're just alchemical, made with herbs and stuff. It depends.
I feel like that's still like kind of magical.
Yes, but like they're just different herbs.
It's all a question of, okay, is it just about getting in the bloodstream? Because then you crystallize it, crush it up, and snort it, and yeah, that's gonna get you healthy real quick. Or you get it in a magical syringe and you blast it in a vein, and you'll get healthy real quick.
Dude, an 80s period TTRPG where health potions are just little cocaine bumps that you have to do during a while. You're like, wait a second, I need a bump.
You slay the troll, you get it out your potion, you put it across the troll's belly, grab your straw, and
in Bloodborne, it was basically the health potion was other blood. That was the whole thing of the story, and you had to inject right in your leg. Lose some blood, pump it back in, which is kind of how it works today. I mean, it's not really that wrong.
That's the main thing about health. You just eat enough blood in there.
So it just depends on whether it needs to be digested. That's the question I have about health potions. Is it dependent? Is the imbibe so important that it needs to be digested and broken down? And does it need to interface with all the different gut bacteria? Does it work in that capacity where there's some kind of like chemical that's excreted from your pancreas or your liver? Is there some other thing it's dependent on?
It really depends on the system. In Baldur's Gate 3, you can literally just throw a health potion to the ground, it'll explode, and like the fumes that come up will heal you and everyone around you. Some games you have to drink it, like you said, Bloodborne, you inject it, so it really depends on the system as to...
The heart of my view on this would be, if the system allows you to be healed basically instantaneously, if you take the health thing, however you take it, and you gain your health points back immediately, then it can't rely on digestion. If it's a thing where it's like you take this and it heals you for X amount of points over the next hour or something, maybe. But that's not how health potions tend to work. Health is a magical and or chemical thing where it's like you stab it and you're healthy again. So it doesn't really, it's about getting whatever it is into your body. I don't know if it means it's getting it into your bloodstream necessarily, but like that's how humans work. So it's a fair assumption, I feel like, that it needs to get into your bloodstream.
So like in a video game, if you heal, usually a health potion heals you the same amount every time, but in like D&D, you roll a dice, it's like, oh, this is a 1d4 health potion. It kind of has variable effect, and I was reading into this a bit, and whenever you take medicine through your mouth, it's a lot more like uncertain how the absorption process will work compared to like taking medicine rectally. It's usually more consistent that way. So my thought process is like, okay, maybe it's a 1d4 if you ingest, maybe it's always 4 if you take it up the ass, or maybe it's stronger, so maybe it's a 1d6.
I was wondering if you needed to do like an acrobatics check or something, just like if you
You don't do it during combat. I don't imagine you doing this during
No,
combat.
but it's like a thing where it's like, I want to butt chuck this. It's like if you fail, you don't get any. You either get it in you or you spill it or something, and so you have to do some kind of like skill check.
And I feel like we're kind of glossing over the ease of butt chugging in general. Like, what is it a funnel? Are you using the glass vial? Because that's a danger of its own. Yeah, see?
A glass bottle with a taper, as long as it's thick glass though, that's kind of the ideal shape.
But, I mean, you run any glass.
Did you clench?
That's true. No, that's true.
It can be catastrophic.
Maybe if you get like one of those bottle nipples on top and you like...
If you have a butt chugging funnel in your pack though, you can just get that out and use it.
maybe.
But yeah, I'm thinking a funnel. It's during like a short or a long rest, and you have someone assisting you. You call your barbarian over to pour the potion in the funnel.
I need to butt chug this. I'm almost dead. You gotta come help.
Thank you. Good job.
Gurmorth is not comfortable with
Thank
that.
you.
We got a cleric. He can come heal you. No. You have to help me. Here's my face.
Someone suggested like a Bane, like Batman villain style delivery system up your butt while you're in combat.
Why not just go in the veins like Bane does? Why did it have to be butt Bane? Why do you have to go in the asshole? He has things injecting into his bloodstream. That's the whole thing.
That's true. That's exactly what that is.
I was with you until why did they go back to butt?
Maybe they did. Maybe I just thought butt. I don't know. Sorry.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding how Bane's power works, you know, in Batman. You were born with it. I was born with it.
That person just has the mouth crab. Okay, so the conclusion I would say the majority have come to is that a regen potion 100% would heal faster if you butt chug it.
Now, see, I would disagree with that because I feel like a regen potion is like necessitated on the digestion process because that's why it's regenerative over time. It's meant like a time release thing. And there's many time release medications that you literally cannot take rectally because the breaking down of it needs to be digested.
You need your stomach acid to break down the capsule or whatever.
So I would believe that regen potions would be more likely to be ingested.
Yeah, I guess I was imagining if you're not in combat, why would you need to butt chug it?
So imagine a world where like potions are more rare, more expensive, or like two of your party need to heal, but you've only got one potion. So like splitting a potion typically you can't do, but if you both butt chug half of it, maybe it does the same amount as it normally would, but you can split it.
All right, here's a different approach that I bet no one has suggested. I was watching. There's this YouTuber, something Emu. He's that doctor that's presenting to the emergency room. You know that guy?
Emu, and Doug.
Yeah, it's Limu Emu's YouTube channel. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. Is it?
9.99.
It's our best deal ever.
Here's a quick hack on how to unsubscribe from all of your emails at once. It's called Unroll Me, and it allows you to see all of your subscriptions in.
So many apps.
And Doug.
Yeah, it's Limu Emu's YouTube channel. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. Is it? So there was this case of a kid who dared to put like an entire tube of Bengay on their balls for some reason.
Ugh.
I don't know why, but this was what they did. And so they did it, and it's like, oh, it burns. Kind of like this, whatever this is. It's got, certain ingredients in there that are meant to be absorbed, and then they are numbing or something like that. But the problem is, the testicles are like 20 times more permeable than other skin on the body because of the blood supply, so a lot more medication will actually diffuse directly into the bloodstream. Now, here's where I'm going with this. What if you don't need to drink it at all? What if you soak your nuts in the health potion juice and then you will absorb it? You won't waste anything. You don't need to butt chug it. You could have specially designed underwear that has a whole potion. It's constantly in there, and you'll have the healthiest balls anyone's ever seen, and it will absorb into your body.
But how do you feel like your female companion?
It's probably the same way. Probably the nether regions of most people, in some way or another, are more permeable than the other because of the blood flow that goes in there.
You probably need a different type of container or system for women to take advantage of that. You might need different formulations because men is all like skin on the outside, which is meant to be like exterior to the body. That region for women, like what if it goes up in? That might just be really painful or something. Like that would be
it would absolutely be as permeable because that's the other thing. Like that is very permeable.
I would say it's probably more permeable because it's more like a mucous membrane.
There was a problem where someone would soak their tampons in like vodka, and they would insert the tampon absorb into the body, but it introduced so many other issues.
Isn't that still better to use that in your rectum?
I don't know if any of it's better.
Let me be clear, nobody do any of this. It's all bad for you.
This is not advice.
Girl, alright, listen.
Vodka is not a health potion. I'm saying what occurred, and it was still bad all across the board with vodka specifically,
Tell you stay out my
because
fridge.
microbiomes being what they are, and the sensitivity of skin, and alcohol actually is something that kills cells very easily, including those in the human body, even though we drink it. Oh, I don't, but a lot of people drink it every day. That's also not good. Don't do that. Long story short, soaking your testes in a health potion can only be good.
So if we get a fountain, and it's one of those fountains that like has something that pours out the health potion into like a little pool area, we could attach our female companions to the outpour sections, and we can soak our balls in the fountain portion.
I'm saying everyone could just dunk in the post koozie.
I misunderstood.
In the health koozie. You don't need to insert your female companions on the outpour? Was that your words?
I don't know what it is.
I blacked out while Wade was trying to explain whatever his thought was.
The visual I had was not a good one.
I think based on what Mark is saying, that what you should really do is find a hot spring, splash your potion in there, and then have everyone just get in the hot spring and soak it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that sounds nice. I feel like one vial of health potion inside of a hot tub's pretty diluted, though.
Well, you gotta be in there until you suck it. I don't know.
It's supposed to be enjoyable, man. It's just like you're healing. Everyone's open wounds in the jaw.
In the coos.
All right, well, that was my burning question of the day.
Oh, was that the topic for the episode?
No, it was just a bonus topic, but I don't know how much time we have for actual topic. We had a lot of small talk.
You really came to the experts to talk about that one.
Well, now I've got my social media, I've got my D&D crew. I went to 5 different people's live streams while they were streaming and posed that question to them. Some of them were like, oh, I don't know, and then moved on. Some of them like really debated it, but now we've got the subreddit and everyone that watches this to give me their feedback. But don't give me those like, D&D's too pure to think about that kind of stuff, man. Don't ruin my D&D. You can only take a health potion through the mouth because the book says so. It's like, think outside the fucking box, you little bitch. That's what I say to those Puritan D&D GMs out there who don't want to think about butt chugging.
If we're talking about in the most practical sense, you have to get healed by something, and if we all decide to agree that the end goal is to get into your bloodstream, which we didn't conclude, but like in a lot of scenarios, I feel like that's a fair conclusion about how exactly a health potion works.
If it's not magic, if it's alchemical, probably.
The optimal thing to do would be to inject it.
Yeah.
You would want like an EpiPen type thing like they do in a lot of video games where you just pop it out and just go.
Just thinking about like old style D&D where it's like swords and bows and shields. I doubt they have syringes back then, so I don't know if they have that option.
Oh, they got alchemical concoctions, but they don't have syringes. Okay.
Look, I don't want to break the realism of the world.
My immersion. Like, I feel like butt chugging makes sense in a world. It's like the cocaine thing joke that we did. If you're in like a frat bro world and you're role playing like you're at a frat party or you're something, butt chugging kind of makes sense. That's where that happens primarily, I would assume. But if you're like in a high fantasy adventure, it makes less sense that they would do that.
No, you'd have to have someone that thought of it. You'd have to have a bro in the party. It's like,
you have a bro character in the party. I feel like go for it. Role play.
Barbarian.
Yeah, good work. Barbara bro.
I was looking it up because I thought that maybe the eyeballs would be more permeable, but actually they're not. Because I was thinking that like an eye wash station of potion, where you just press the lever into your eyes, but it's actually not very permeable. I realize like for good reasons, because it's constantly exposed to the environment, so it'd be bad if that was always permeable.
Yeah, no, the rectum's where it's at.
Yeah, no, your eyes are like separate. I forget exactly how it works, but your eyes are not connected into the rest of your body's immune system and stuff in the same way or whatever. Something like that.
What if we can measure to see what's more permeable, like your balls or your ass?
I could ask. Let me ask.
Let's prop Wade up upside down. We'll get 1 bucket of alcohol on his balls, and then we'll get a hose up his ass. We'll start it all at the same time. You'll have to tell us which goes first, your balls or your ass. Where does your drunk start?
Well, if you're plugging up both of my holes, they're going to come out of my mouth or my eyes or my nose, or I'm going to get bigger and bigger and bigger to explode.
Swapped fast food for meal prep, soda for water, processed snacks for whole foods. So why still use to fall asleep? I get it. You optimized everything else. You read labels, check ingredients. But here's what you might not know. That glass of wine you use to wind down, it's doing the opposite of helping you sleep. It's sedating you. And sedation isn't sleep. You see, it forces your brain into shutdown mode. But 3 hours later, your body metabolizes it into a stress compound. your cortisol spikes, and boom, it crushes your REM sleep, and your brain can't recover properly. That's why your mornings feel foggy, even though you got 8 hours. That's why you can't think clearly at work. Your body is fighting to keep you all night instead of actually recovering. So maybe it's time for one final upgrade. Swapping the nighttime wine for something actually designed for sleep, like these sleep gummies from Mood with Delta-9, CBN, and real sleep botanicals. Not something borrowed from happy hour. Here's the difference. Instead of forcing sedation, it works with your body's natural sleep system, the one you were born with. It increases natural sleep pressure, so you drift off in about 15 minutes. Then, CBN keeps you there all night without any 3 a.m. wake-ups. And L-theanine protects your REM sleep, so your brain actually has a chance to recover. You're not knocking yourself out anymore. You're working with your biology. You'll fall asleep naturally, stay asleep all night, and wake up actually refreshed. Clear head, real energy, like you actually rested for once. If you're still using wine to sleep, maybe it's time for that last upgrade. Visit mood.com today. Code YouTube gets you 30% off your first order if you want to try them.
Did you knock over my phone?
It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger to explode. Do you pee out of your balls? You know?
Anyway, it's most permeable membranes are the mouth, nasal passages, and genital and anal regions. I guess if you put it in your mouth and just hold it there, that would also be just as good as soaking it in the jaw.
So whenever we eat food we shouldn't swallow, we should just hold it in the mouth for a long time.
Technically, if you come in science class, if you take a saltine cracker or something like that and you chew it in your mouth for 20 minutes, it will start to turn sweet because the enzymes in your mouth will turn it into sugar. But also, the mucous membranes in the mouth are permeable to the bloodstream. So yes, you would start to absorb things.
Dude, I'm not wasting my life fucking swallowing, man. I should just lay down in bed, open my mouth, put it in
this right here, and then I'll start back.
Well, fucking chipmunk weight over here with all the meat stuffed in the sides. Turn on audio.
Then I'll start back another one.
Digest. You go to that's Brazilian steakhouse, and the Trasco comes over, and you're really more meat.
I have them roll me in like a gurney and
Wait, why can't you walk? Wait, why can't you walk?
So I'm
Every time I get the money, they just keep taking
Wade's goal in life is to move the minimum amount possible.
I have to wait until this gets maxed out before I can apply any upgrades.
Video games, etc., books that either should have a sequel and don't, or that shouldn't have a sequel and do. This is an idea I had
It's gonna take
20
forever.
weeks ago, and I kind of forgot about it, so I don't remember what exactly brought it to my mind. What's something you're like, oh man, I want that sequel? Like, you know, I think Half-Life 3 came to mind. Maybe it was when Abiotic Factor was coming out, and I was like, dude, this is so fun. This is like our Half-Life 3 we never got. What's something that got a sequel that you're like,
So basically what I'm picking up on is I'm
where
gonna
it
have to
didn't?
go
Where is it?
to the
You know what didn't need a
Enlightenment.
sequel? Lion King. None of the subsequent Lion King movies, and I don't mean the live action remake, that's not a sequel, but there's like, I think 2 or possibly 3 Lion King sequels.
Yeah, they did the straight to DVD stuff.
I'm never gonna be able to get to.
Those don't need to exist. Like, I have no problem with those stories existing and going straight to DVD. The Lion King is a great, fantastic story, great movie, it's very beautiful.
No, I just said I was gonna restart the thing.
Make some other animal stories if you want.
In 2 minutes.
Mermaid also get a sequel like that, like a straight to DVD sequel?
Oh, they all do.
Yeah, like every Disney movie. If it doesn't have sequels you know about, it has sequels that were straight to DVD sequels.
And we gotta go do our ice fishing.
I will say, with Aladdin's straight to DVD sequels, I love Return of the Jafar, and I love Prince of Thieves more than the original.
I like Prince of Thieves a lot. I watched that a lot as a kid.
I think about that Turtle City all the time. I know!
Yeah.
The dude being turned to gold is burned into my brain as like a horrible, horrible fate. And it was just like, it's so visceral with like, and I love the hand of Midas. And I wanted to lick the hand because it looked like a big ice cream cone. But I was like, oh no, I can't. I turned to gold. But oh, it looks so tasty.
What a movie, like, merch thing that would have been. Hand of Midas popsicles. Oh my god.
Why not? Yeah, it's like they want to forget about that, but those Return of Jafar people that say the quality of it, you got Homer Simpson as the genie, whoever the voice actor for that, that's not good. But Robin Williams came back for Prince of Thieves, and it's like really, it's not quite the same quality as original Aladdin, but it's way better than Return of Jafar in terms of quality and like actual animation and cinematic quality.
No, it's like a good movie. It's good all around, very good.
I love that movie. I still to this day say, guy, whatever it is, he says that to try to open the passage, and it's like, I still, to this day,
What's the poor dude with my hairline who's like the bad guy at the start of Prince of Thieves? Or whatever, is it Prince of Thieves?
oh, what is his name? With the big bottom lip.
It's Return of Jafar. He's one of the
Yeah, he's Return of Jafar. Abi Small.
Abi Small.
Right, I get it now. I get what the name is. Abi Small. Abysmal. I get it, that's funny. Oh, the King of Thieves, not the Prince of Thieves. It's the King of Thieves.
It's been 20 years since I've seen it, so whichever one. Okay, so we got some Disney. We got good Disney. We got bad Disney.
I feel like I have to put this out there because it's one that it's not interesting to talk about to me anymore because it's done to death, but the fact that Firefly only has one season is a tragedy. By the end of season 1 of Firefly, you feel, for me anyway, it feels like they found they found the voice they were looking for. They hit their stride. You get to the end of the season and you're like, holy fuck, let's go. And then it's over and you're like, oh. They had it. Because at the beginning of Firefly, it's not like it's every single episode is a masterpiece. I would say they're all good. But at the beginning, you kind of takes a minute. If you stick with it, by the time you get to the end of that season, holy shit. It feels like they found it. They found the thing. And the next season would have just been like, just perfect, exploded of, nope, nothing.
My whole life to see a total eclipse.
Now it's only on Hallmark Plus.
Nice scope. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
No, I mean, yes. No, I don't mind. Yes, you can take a closer look. It's a full signature.
Forever sad. You know, I'm probably in the minority about this one, but I actually enjoyed Mass Effect Andromeda.
I was enjoying it a lot too, actually. I was enjoying it.
Yeah, some people would probably say, like, oh, that's one of the sequels shouldn't have been made, but I'm like, I was so down with New Galaxy. I love the idea of going to Andromeda, and there were so many drop storylines that were supposed to be, like, pursued. I never actually finished the game, so what can I really say? But there was the whole thing about the Quarian arc ship didn't make it. Why? That's weird, but it's somewhere. There's all these mysteries of these other races going along, and I think people were so hung up on that it wasn't Shepard, or it wasn't like the same kind of story or something like that. There was a chance to expand it, but you know, it just wasn't something. I feel like even the development of it was like, it's too big. It should have been smaller to start with, because that's the problem with these sequels that try to like establish something new, is like they start way too big and then they don't expand it any farther. It's already huge, and Mass Effect was already problematic because it was like a spanning storyline that was getting bigger and bigger. So I feel like it just needed to be a little more contained.
I thought it was great. It was just kind of came out half-baked. Like, I don't know if you remember when it first launched, the graphics. Spoilers, I apologize, spoilers. The character you play as loses, you know, a parent early in that game. And I remember a scene where he's talking about that. Well, I played the male version, but he or she is talking about losing their parent. My character's eyes, like, just started looking outward as they were like, I really miss my dad. Like, do you?
Oh, I'm sorry. How do you handle trauma? You don't just start to dissociate and your eyes go in different directions?
Well, dude, it was really just the graphical, like, if they baked it a little bit longer, it just stayed in the oven a little bit longer where it didn't come out, and they looked like the, oh god, what's that effect where you look at something human void, but it doesn't look human?
Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, it was very Uncanny Valley, looking at the characters, like, having this, it was a very serious conversation, but, like, one of them, like, tilted their head and, like, smiled creepily or something. It's like,
no, I really like that specific shot. Was like a big meme for me for a minute, of the one who was just like, yeah, with the head snap and the.
So the game itself was great, but it was just hard to stay in it because there were so many things
that's
just like took you out where you weren't like still
start it back.
bought into the
See you.